Hello, welcome to the live stream. Thank you all for joining in, and welcome to our first podcast. And we're waiting right now to see who has the most giggles and fucks it up in the first 5 seconds. No takers. Wow, you should have been here about 2 minutes ago.
Less than 30 seconds.
So, thank you all for joining our first podcast live stream. This is Shifty. And we have Yvette over here. And we got Bubbles.
Bubbles.
We got Bubba back here. And today we have a field review, which that field is Black Ops of Fayetteville, North Carolina. We're going to be talking about Fulda Gap 2019. We got a short background introduction to get to know us a little bit and what we do. Some channel news and some future plans, what we're doing with the channel on Instagram and Facebook. And that is what's including in our first hour. First hour is strictly airsoft topics. Then the second hour is general topic discussion, which we will be talking about bullshit and about our gaming streams and whatever side projects that we have on our channel and what to expect down the road. And further to get to know your hosts, and the big one on the second hour is Spartan of the Day or Spartans of the Day, which includes individuals or groups that act as a Spartan, probably portrayed in media or even movies, local news, world news, just being a Spartan in whatever we decide. And anything else here, guys? Got any topics, any guns you want to talk about for airsoft? Anything that you want to talk about?
We could talk about our learnings with the new KWAs.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's fit that in there in the airsoft section.
The claws?
KWA, Ronin
10.
10s. I have the... I can't remember. Which ones do I have here?
What we're talking about?
The
Internals?
The Ronin.
The Ronin 10.
Ronin 10, SR...
SBR.
SBR. There we go.
Yeah.
And you have the...
I have the same thing.
Okay. Broadcasting from Smithfield, North Carolina. And welcome to the Spartan 6 broadcast. All right, so first of all, we have a field review. And who has played at Black Ops in Fayetteville, North Carolina? I have. You haven't played there.
I have not.
Well,
You kind of.
you were
there.
at CFR.
You played
Yes.
there.
That was
Okay.
your first experience as... I want to ask you about that. That was your first game experience
Oh my gosh.
ever. She just jumped into like a Milsim light game, which is really crazy. So tell us what you thought about the first experience in an airsoft game. You never did a skirmish. You did some some backyard stuff. But-
Shooting.
Yeah, some backyard shooting, and that's it. And
Yeah.
You got a full kit, and you just went out and
Jumped
just
into a Milsim
first
game.
impressions, difficulties, all that stuff.
It was
Yeah.
intense.
You definitely jumped right
What-
into that Milsim game. So
Yeah. What was intense about it?
It was so, I don't know. I've never been in that kind of setting before, but it's definitely chaotic and
Just like
so
everyone
much, so
running
much
around.
going on. Everybody running around, something happening. You gotta
people yelling
Yeah.
everywhere.
all the mud. It was raining a lot.
yeah,
so
yeah. It was a bad
Yeah.
weekend to play.
People falling on their faces, on their asses.
Mhm.
Yeah, for
Got
10
shot.
seconds, 10
First
seconds,
second,
someone
10 seconds.
just did a belly flop in the mud.
Got shot in the throat.
Didn't even make it out of spawn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's very intense to jump into, especially that weekend. That game, from me and Corey's perspective, wasn't super intense per se, but it made it so much harder because it had been raining the past week I think before. It rained and rained and rained.
Yeah, I think
it-
the biggest thing was the fog.
and well, to me, it wasn't the fog. The biggest thing for me was just the field
It-
conditions itself.
If you guys are confused, we're talking about CFR
Cape Fear
Cape Fear
Rebellion.
Rebellion, which was played this last April. It was a weekend event, and that was held at Black Ops in Fayetteville. That was our first major game that we played at Black Ops.
Mm-hmm.
So continue.
Yeah, I mean, I like the field. Me and you've played there, not fairly often, but every now and again. But the field itself, when it's dry, it's a nice, good field to play at. But with it being raining for the past week before, Fayetteville is close to Fort Bragg, the same city, same thing. But what we call training area mud, this was training area mud. It was nasty, slippy, just complete Carolina clay. And once you get it in the tread of your boots, you have no traction. You're going down. You gotta.
Yeah, we're used to the Tennessee clay.
Yeah, that Tennessee, that Western North Carolina clay,
Yeah.
like where you can actually knock it off your boots a little
We're
bit
on the East Coast.
and get up there. But I mean it was a really good game to play, but it was just the field conditions weren't the best at all. So
yeah. Recently went to just some skirmish gameplay. Past past weekend, and it was decent. It was hot as hell. It got like 98, probably like 108 or 9 heat index or whatever. And my M4 went down, and I was looking around the LMG, so I didn't really move around that much. A lot of people showed up. There was about 50 people that showed up for that one day. They all came in at about 10, 11 o'clock. So it was a pretty good outcome, but before that, they said that the business was actually going a little bit slow. That's cool. And the biggest surprise was that Thumpy ended up stopping by. Thumpy, if you're watching this, what's up?
what's up, Thumpy?
Yeah, we're trying the whole 2222 thing.
No, were you able to pull it up on
What?
YouTube? Is it running on YouTube for live stream?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Can you watch out for chat? Or
Yeah.
one of you guys watch out for chat?
Well,
So if you want to ask questions, so
Yvette will
don't be
have
afraid
to
ask
because she's
questions
on your
online.
internet. Because she's on the internet. 4G out here, which is I'm running, is super
Oh,
spotty.
you should just hooked up.
So I don't want to put anything else on the internet right now since we're running all of this.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, field review wise, I think it's a great field. It's got
It's got a lot of different things.
there's a
to
lot
it.
of there's a lot of different things going on, and there's always there's plenty of cover. There's also some not vast woodland areas, but places where you can flank around and be sneaky, and it's swamp as shit, but it doesn't really affect. They have a really good I guess drainage system there where most of the field isn't affected by water, which is always a plus. Unlike like places like Ballahack where it's 90% water, and they say it's the largest field on the East Coast. Player wise, it's pretty mixed. A lot of military, active, and veterans that come around there. It's Fort Bragg, so what do you expect? And same thing with Jacksonville.
Yeah, Southfield.
It's just a different breed.
It's just Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Just straight up Marine Corps. Hoorah, just getting it.
Yep. There's a lot of it. It seems like there's not a good balance between. It's hard to tell because now gear is really cheap to get, and anyone could get good camis and a good vest, and
That's cheap.
well, I mean,
Now,
compared to what
we
it
used to
was,
pay.
Jeez.
everything was cry precision, yeah,
Cry or die.
cry or die. Do you Milson, bro? You got cry?
You ain't got the Gucci gear, my friend. I got them cries, though.
So yeah,
I do have cries, and I cut them up.
It was like either like true spec or cry.
Yeah, it was literally True Spec, Rothco, or Cry.
Oh,
Now
yeah,
for so
Rothco,
many companies
yeah.
have come out with good gear now. It's not inexpensive, but you get your money out of it. That's the best way to put it.
So player base wise, there's a pretty big gap between you got people in the military, and then you got like people with rental guns out there. A lot of them they throw out a lot of rental guns, and they do good. They have HPA rental guns.
Yeah, they got the Titmans.
Yeah. How much? Do you know how much they're?
I don't remember, no.
No.
But I'll put this. I'll put it this
I'm gonna
way.
imagine at least 30.
Yeah, I'll put it this way. You got the military dudes that have nothing better to do except spend their money on gear.
Yeah.
And do nothing all day, and then you got your new players that are coming out, rentals and all that. So you got dudes Gucci'd up with all the cool kit, and then you got your new players out there. So it's a hard mix out there, really is.
The event, there was a little bit of trial and error with CFR.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I noticed, and it wasn't. A lot of people weren't following like the medic rules properly. Is what I also noticed. They were generally following it. It was more of like I caught a few guys that they would walk like 15 feet to the medic to get healed, which is not the case.
Yeah.
What you're supposed to do. Medic's supposed to come to you.
Yeah.
And I could have lit up the medic and or the person healing or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like, or the person would already be kind of walking back to spawn and be like, "Hey, dude, let me bandage you."
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that a couple times.
I saw that a couple times
players,
myself,
so.
but that's kind of players. But CFR, it was. I will say, I did see a lot of field staff out there.
Mm-hmm,
I did see a lot of field staff, but the field staff needed to watch what was going around them instead of playing on their phones, which I saw quite often. Actually, quite often, and watch what's going on around them and just like, yo, call your hit or go to players that are running up and to get walking 15 feet to get medicked. And it, as you said, CFR was just a kind of I think it was more of a trial run for them. So,
sorry.
Who is it?
Oh, Kovacs.
Oh, Steve. What's up, Steve?
What's up, Kovacs? He said, "Is this the Meal Team 6 show?" Yeah.
Yes.
Meal Team 6. Dude,
yes.
That's a patch right there. Meal Team 6. Just like a Happy Meal.
Do you remember that show on Adult Swim?
What?
Oh god.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
What happened to my freaking car?
But I do think CFR was kind of a trial run for Black Ops for the airsoft side anyway.
I mean, they had other. It wasn't Cryptic City.
And I think, but I don't know. For some reason, CFR just didn't seem like, from what I hear about like Cryptic City from other players that went to play it, and they also have an event coming up, I think in November, Valkyrie, because Lonnie just told me about that one. But from what
they got Cryptic City too.
Yeah, but they're they're doing. To me, it just seemed like it wasn't run as well or as organized as it could have been, should have been, could have been.
Definitely not the camping conditions.
Yeah,
that was terrible.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, Fulda Gap was so much better than the camping conditions.
They're in a like. Oh,
they quote unquote made a road.
Yeah.
In the field.
Yeah.
And this road was like a 1 on the scale of 1 to 10 for quickly made roads.
Yeah, and the
camping conditions around, there was no dry spot.
Yeah, water on the campsite. It was super hard to find a dry spot.
There was 2 porta potties in the main area, and there was no toilet paper. They were filthy when we first arrived.
Now I don't know if that is them or they.
Well, that's them because they had to set up.
Yeah.
If they own
sanitation company.
Well, we don't know if they own them or if it's a potty john.
No, it was a Porta John company.
It was a Porta John.
Yeah, it was like Rent-A-John or something like that.
Then they're shit,
But they have to set that up.
Yeah, I mean they should have made sure that everything.
Because I think there was an event, a paintball event, like what was it, the week before, a big paintball event, If I remember correctly, there's a paintball event the week before,
That's probably it right there then.
and they
Because
never
usually
came
they
and cleaned.
do like a month to month or
Yeah.
whatever they have it set up on there.
I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like it was their responsibility to make sure that everything was set up for the airsofters, though.
Yeah, because they had how
Well, that
many
is another
players?
thing that we've always seen this at every paintball field that hosts airsoft. Paintball is first.
So
That's
Airsoft's the right
and I
way to
don't
step
blame
out.
them. They are a paintball field first and an airsoft field second. And maybe it's closer together in a median where they're almost relatively the same, but paintball is their main source of revenue, so they do have to apply more energy into paintball and care into paintball. You can't but there's not a lot of airsoft fields. There's probably 10 more times paintball fields than airsoft.
I mean, you got to think the only two exclusively airsoft that I know is Ballahack and Southfield.
That's
And
all I can
Ballahack
think of.
used to be paintball, but they changed it straight up to airsoft.
I wonder why they did that.
I don't know.
You want to see? If
I
you
think
can
I don't
do some
know. I think
research later?
it was just Swamp Sniper. I don't remember his actual name.
Yeah.
I think he got into the airsoft scene and liked that better.
This is
Oh, Chris.
it's a like devil advocate thought here. Like, I can get away from with a hit with airsoft, but not paintball. Like, that just creeped into my brain. It's like, oh shit. No, that's not. I'm not saying that about anyone, but
Alright,
it just hit my brain.
Corey, go ahead and say the meme that you made the other day.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah, I could probably pull it up. Well, I shared it on YouTube.
Did you share it on YouTube?
Huh? Yeah, I shared it on YouTube. Got a couple likes.
Oh, I didn't see it on YouTube.
Me neither.
Just a post.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Because you don't have the bell notification on.
I do.
Traitors.
Oh yeah, turn the bell notification on. Like, follow, and subscribe to
Yeah.
6 Airsoft for more shenanigans.
Because paintball's for girls.
Ooh,
Oh, he calling you out.
Hey.
you're the one calling. Ring ring.
So
banana
what was
phone.
it? Oh yeah. Yeah, the meme we created was I what caused it? Hold on, I want to read the meme.
The change my mind meme.
Yeah. But let me.
I saw it on Facebook.
So what caused it was I found a picture. It was a priest pouring Monster onto a newborn baby's
This is
head.
how
It
Kyle's
says, "You are
created."
now baptized." And then it said, here we see the creation of a speed softener. I'm like, Monster energy drinks, speed softener. That's a Kyle. And then I got the idea. That changed my mind meme. Changed my mind meme with Louder with Crowder.
Mm-hmm.
And I just put the text in. It says, speed softers are just the Kyles of airsoft. Changed my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, was that
This is
the way
a really solid meme.
that's how it went? I don't remember how.
Or,
I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go back through all these memes.
I have it right here.
I've got too many memes on my phone.
I could just pick it up.
I've got too many memes.
It says speed softers are just the Kyles of airsoft. Change my mind.
And then you made another one. Then you made another one. Then you made another one, didn't you? It says all I see is micro switch triggers and something. Didn't you
I
make
think it was
that
a
one?
comment.
I don't remember.
I think it was a comment. I'm not too entirely sure. Anyways,
all I see is micro switch triggers and monsters. And no, Speedsoft was created, or Speed QB was created.
something like that. I
don't
got
remember
a
what it
couple more floating around. I'm gonna post.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so that changed my mind meme got picked up by like airsoft meme Instagram page.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It's got over like 500 likes right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think it did good. I think we got like 30 likes on our page. So, yeah.
Yeah, that memes are the way of the future, my friends.
Yeah.
Memes are the way of the future.
You want to get known on Instagram? No matter what page it is, find a meme associated to what your topic is, and you will be successful. Okay. All right, Kovacs. Thanks for stopping by, man. You better come to Fulda.
You better. Better.
Yeah, you better.
Better cheddar.
Better cheddar. All right, so we got All right, so continuing, let's finish out the field review.
Yeah.
All right, so
we got way off
it is
topic.
a very interesting field. You cannot, I mean, they got, they got containers everywhere, 2-story, and towers, and
They're always
plenty
improving.
of cover. Snipers are,
They're still advantageous there.
yeah, very, very,
Yeah.
and they're very deadly. Definitely across the river.
Yeah, especially if you watched one of our videos where I got swacked
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
by that sniper.
That was like the loudest hit I've ever heard.
Like,
If I can play that on here,
that is the loudest hit I've ever heard, other than the one at Fulda Gap where I was about to throw the smoke and he popped me right in that same spot in the chest in the plate carrier, and
oh yeah,
Cole was standing right here. We were all the way down there in the bottom at the river, and I was about to pop smoke.
what year was
I think it was like 3 years ago. It was before I went to the
it?
army.
Cole from D13.
Yeah. Cole was standing beside me, and I'm literally about to pop the smoke. I have to take a step out, and then swack! Like,
I mean, if I slapped this fucking T-bolt, it would echo in this room. It was like that.
like I heard
It was
that.
bad.
It was so completely loud. That was like the first experience, but that second experience at Black Ops is like, okay, hold on a minute.
Maybe, between the hours, take a when you take a like 2-3 minute break. I might pull it up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be another thing. What we're doing on this podcast. We got the green screen and everything, but we're actually gonna have like pictures and videos popping up on here. We're gonna get used to it first, but this is just our first one. So
Yeah,
give us
we're
time.
experimenting with
Yeah, we're
this.
experimenting. It's college.
It's college.
Oh gosh.
Oh my!
So
I never made it that far.
I had an amazing time at CFR.
Yep.
One bad thing though is that we completely outnumbered the tan team.
By the end, we did.
Yeah,
Weren't
we
they
overrun them.
bribing people to switch?
Yeah, they
over?
were.
Yeah, they were kind of something like that.
Kinda. Well, not like actual bribes, but
Yeah.
pushing on people.
At the end of the day, they waved the white flag
Yep.
and surrendered because
We pushed them all the way back.
yeah,
We fought so hard. The first day, we fought really hard between tan and green, and then all of a sudden, the second day, I don't know if people left or just got heat exhausted because it got hot after it stopped raining.
man,
It got hot.
not hot like it is now.
Yeah,
But
but
hot.
the humidity level and all that was just horrid. But we got across the river, and once we got across the river, the game was done. Or the swamp. The game was done because we pushed all our people across the swamp and enclosed them in the mounds.
And to give Tan props on the second day, we did gain major ground. I mean, they had the fob, and they
Yeah.
held us back for a good 45 minutes.
They had the fob, the CIA building, the what's that new one in the back? I don't know what they're calling that one yet. I don't remember.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like the compound in the back.
The AA site?
Yeah, the AA site.
We had that. The same site. We had that.
Did we have the same site?
Yeah, we started off right there, so that's where
Yeah.
we're starting. From,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
That's well, we didn't start there. We started over there by the fob.
Yeah, we started 100 yards away from it.
Yeah, like we started rushing in, then Slobo gets murked.
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
trying to run in because we thought, because I guess
Hey, go run over there. Swack.
I guess that they started the game early and nobody really knew. Another thing about the
No,
game.
I think they gave them that position because they're outnumbered.
I don't know.
They gave them most of the board because they're outnumbered. I would do that. That's a fair balance.
Well,
They start off with 75% of the board. We got to work for the other.
Yeah.
To even it out or whatever.
yeah, but at that moment we thought that they had started early. I remember like they're not supposed to be there. All of us were like, what? They're not supposed to be there. And when Slobo just runs up there and gets murked by all of them.
You know what it reminds me of?
Huh.
Band of Brothers, the episode for Operation Market Garden,
Hmm.
and they got the tanks lined up on the wall,
Yeah.
and then like the lieutenant's out there with the binoculars, and he just gets sniped in the neck, and then all of a sudden there's a half track going down the road inside. It was just like that because not after he got hit, we got into cover, and then there's just this enemy Dan team over here popping
Yeah.
smoke, and like holy shit, dude, that was like such like that episode, the beginning of that episode.
It was like
Band of
100 yards from our spawn point.
Brothers. Yeah.
Like, we're just walking down the road casually. Everybody's walking down the road casually because we didn't think the game had started yet. And then Slobo was like, I'm just going to run up here and check this out real quick.
Nope. Nope.
Oh!
All right. So, event-wise, pretty good. Got some flaws, got some things to work on, but that takes time.
Drainage.
And it also takes input, like we're giving, hopefully, someone from Black Ops, the Black Ops
crew.
location or crew, whatever's maybe listening. You never know. Constructive criticism. But
all I gotta say is if you're gonna have that large event again and have the camping like it was, even if it's like middle of the summertime and there's no rain, it can always rain. Just get your drainage set up right, because that's the only thing that I had the problem with was the drainage camping areas.
A couple of guys were sleeping on their tents on water.
Yeah, like my tent flooded. I was sleeping on a cot, thankfully.
Yeah.
But my tent flooded full of water. But the drainage is on the field. I don't really care about drainage on the field. That just is another aspect of gameplay. But the drainage in the campground is what needs to be addressed. That's just my input, my 2 cents.
Okay. And they also do have a hotel, and you get a discount for going at that hotel, by the way.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Did not
sure.
know that.
Yep. So if you don't mind getting a little wet if it's raining at the campsite, you get that option.
Also, I'm a penny pincher, so I'd rather camp.
Yeah. I like camping better.
I do too. More camaraderie.
All right. Skirmish, like the weekend games, pretty fun.
Oh, yeah. Most
Do you
definitely.
want to I do gotta say one thing about it though. They got some weird gameplay.
Yeah, the gameplay changes up real quick.
The last weekend it was force against force against force, and then there was a merc unit, and then they can ally with one of the 3 forces. What? It was chaos. It was kind of ridiculous.
Did you have bands or nothing? Because I didn't go last weekend.
So our team didn't have bands, so we stood out really good.
Yeah.
We didn't stand out really good. We can decide. We can see who's on our team or not. And then one team had bands on their gun, and the other team had bands on their left arm.
Mm-hmm.
So we just shoot anyone with orange, but the other teams probably had a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
And the mercs didn't have bands.
Yeah.
It was really weird. I didn't like that. I pretty much camped all game because I was like, this is just it. The merc squad was Hydra, by the way.
Yeah.
And I already know what was going on. They want to get some good kills.
Mm-hmm.
And they're creating a bunch of chaos that they can work around and choose their battles really easily and just fall into play of that. Yeah, it's a pickup game for them.
No.
Yeah.
Saturday pickup games. I have seen Hydra's been doing a lot with Black Ops recently.
Well, they're sponsored.
Are they sponsored?
They're field sponsored.
Okay.
Something.
I thought the Leopard Gang was field sponsored.
Leopard Gang.
The guys with the leopard print plate carriers and combat shirts.
It just reeks of white trash.
Those guys right there. Those guys. I follow those guys on either Facebook or Instagram, and it's just complete like meme soft. I'm like, bruh, it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, though that's different. That's
like one guy.
Really, that's really hipster.
One guy
like
got
that.
the new MP7, the VFC MP7.
Wait,
From
the AEG?
Gang. Yeah, the AEG.
Oh God.
So he had his play carrier. You remember Fulda Gap? This a couple years ago, when you tried to put 8 mags on the front of your 6 mag or 3 mag. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'm sitting back.
Yeah.
But remember a couple years ago at Fulda when you tried to put those 8 mags carriers on the front of your 6 mag or your 3 mag?
Yeah, and I'm like,
and it was
hey, how does this look? And you were like a fucking table. What the fuck?
This guy,
it was so weird.
This guy, I don't know if he just did it for the meme or if he did it or just to do it. We had
Optic Thunder.
He had the 8 mags like you would normally see for an MP7 setup.
Yeah.
Then he had like the 8 more sitting out on front of it. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? It looked like a table. Like it didn't look like a complete table. It looked like one of those like little side tables, like folding tables you can put. Not folding tables. What are they called? The
like
little
a TV dinner
like a TV tray. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Looked like one of those just like sitting on front of his plate. I'm like, bro, Please tell me you just did this for the meme and just didn't want all that much ammo on you. Like, bro,
Yep.
bro, like it was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, it was hilarious.
All right, moving on to our next subject. We have a person handcuffed under the table. I'm kidding.
David.
So we're gonna get to know myself, Yvette, and Bubba here. By the way, if you haven't noticed, David didn't show up because he's a traitor.
Traitor.
Damn it, David.
Fucking damn it, David.
Daniel.
He's going through a hard time right now, I guess. So, right. So, who wants to start off first, or do you want to flip a coin?
I vote Bubbles.
Bubble. this is a new
You know that's
name,
gonna
man.
stick, right?
I know it's gonna stick.
We're gonna get you a tick.
A pat.
And Shifty's Blossom.
No.
Yes.
The 3 Powerpuff Girls. Your Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup.
We're the 3 best friends that anyone can have. So it's fucking cringe.
Complete cringe.
Okay. All right. So Bubba,
Bubba.
we're gonna talk a little bit. All right. So what do you, how do I start this? What do you do for a living? If you don't want to answer any information, say shut the fuck up and ask another question.
Or you could just say pass.
Or pass. That's appropriate, sure. But I like the other one.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Just say I don't want to fucking. None of your fucking business.
You, I'm
Your
out.
fucking business.
Fuck you, I'm out. I tried to walk out, take the whole green screen with
I'm a
me.
bad bitch.
I about took the green screen out when I went in there to get coffee a minute ago.
Oh, God.
We're gonna work on the setup in here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. I have to work on
It's good.
selling some more stuff and getting that out of the area in the corner.
Well, we're gonna move this into the shack, the barn.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
The shag
or
shack.
Or is it the?
Everything's gonna be.
Or is
green
it the
in
Love
barn.
Shack?
It's gonna be no.
Love
Shack.
The Love Shack's my truck, my old Suburban.
Ah,
The Shag Wag.
the Shag
Coffee.
one.
Burp.
Yeah.
All right.
Coffee
So,
burp?
what do you do for a living? I know what you do, but no one else does.
I know. Everybody. I'm a mystery.
You're a masseuse.
A miss.
I'm a masseuse. Yes.
You're a
I got
masseuse.
the hands
He likes
of
to
a
massage
god.
things.
I've got the hands
Your
of a god.
buns massaged.
Get your buns massaged.
He likes to oil people up.
No.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh my.
God. It just got weird.
Yeah. The awkwardness just
Awkward. This is more
If you
awkward
need
than,
your butt touched, Bubba's the man.
than
Bubba the Love Sponge.
than the person tied up underneath the table. That's more
That's-
awkward. Yeah, that's even
We
more
gotta.
awkward than that.
All right. First of all, this is gonna be an ongoing trend.
Every podcast.
Are we gonna have a different
We
person
need a
underneath
name.
the table?
We need a name.
We got Billy Bob
we
under
just
the
need a
table
name.
tonight.
Billy Bob.
We got Billy Bob.
All right, guys. For
We are in Smithfield,
future
so we got
reference,
Billy Bob.
we're gonna refer Billy Bob as the person that is tied and handcuffed and gagged under the table.
So whenever you hear something like hit the table or something, just like that, like the horrible music.
Billy Bob, shut.
It's like
Calm down.
the horrible horror music that they play, like the weird ass sounds.
You.
Ding, ding.
That's just Billy
Billy
Bob.
Bob, chill. All right, so yeah, so whenever we bump the table, Billy Bob. And you're like, what
Billy
the
Bob.
If anyone's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's just whenever
Someone
we
comments,
bump the
who
table.
the fuck is Billy Bob? Go to episode 1.
Yeah, good episode 1.
Go to
You'll
episode
find out
1.
the whole
Billy Bob's
deal.
under the table.
Yeah. All right, so back to what we were supposed to be talking about after we got super distracted by
Oh,
that.
yes. What do you do for a living?
Yeah, what do you do for a living?
I'm a mechanic. I've been mechanic since I was
Hey.
Huh?
Kovacs is back and he's watching while his Uber. Tell the Uber driver to subscribe to our
He is,
channel.
Yeah, tell the Uber driver to subscribe.
Is he the Uber driver or
Oh, watch while I Uber.
you see?
Oh, so there could be a lot more subscribers that you can introduce.
Introduced to the Spartan Life podcast. Now that's a good
We are an
way.
evil corporation. Follow us.
That's a good way to put it out there though.
Oh my
Like
God.
get like 5 or 6 of our friends that drive Ubers and just to play the podcast while they drive. Like who is this horrible podcast? Oh, that's just my friends.
We were actually
They're
wondering.
trash.
Watch this while you Uber.
Kovacs, we were actually wondering, what you do besides play airsoft and go to monster truck rallies.
In concert.
We just had that conversation.
We just had that
today.
We literally just had that
What does he do?
conversation.
And now we know. I mean, at least we know it's at least your side job or what? what do you do? Is it just Uber or what? But I'm gonna I'm gonna get you like a sticker for your dashboard to subscribe
to
for
Spartan
Spartan 6. And we'll ask the subscribers, where'd you meet us? An Uber driver had your sticker on the dashboard.
Yeah. Oh, that's my buddy Steve. Hey.
You know us from. Where'd you hear about us? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do you do for a living?
All right. I'm a mechanic. I've been mechanic since I was little, pretty much. Granddad's garage. Little bubbles. Yeah.
Little bubbles.
In my granddad's garage growing up, and then worked at Texas Roadhouse for quite a while. Hated my life back then.
We gotta do our time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got out of Texas Roadhouse, went to the Army. Got out the Army. Now I'm a mechanic again. And I work at a small shop, and I'm the only mechanic there, and I kick ass and take names. And about die every day.
Kick names and
this
kick ass.
in North Carolina. Fuck.
Yeah, this heat in North Carolina, and me being the only one in there, it's a little. You got 10 vehicles that's got to be done today. You got to do it. So, oh well. Just got to send it.
That's
Send it.
demanding.
How long you been playing airsoft?
Oh my.
This is how long have you been in porn?
Alright, we ain't in the casting couch, so.
Yeah, we need a black. We're
Which
gonna
I
do
just
it.
found out what
We're gonna
that
get a
is.
black
Yeah, we
couch.
just showed what the casting
We're
couch was. So.
Yes, I had no idea.
Oh,
I thought it was
the,
just an inside joke. I had no idea it was a thing.
Isn't the casting couch was an actual thing?
I didn't know it was an actual thing.
She thought it was an inside
I
joke
thought it was
between
an
all of
inside
us.
joke, like, you
No,
guys-
no, it's a thing.
No.
It's
Yeah,
a
and
thing.
she just learned
Now
what
I
it
know.
was.
Yeah.
So
Now I
earlier.
know.
But I've been playing airsoft for oh god. I've had an airsoft gun since I was probably 6 or 7. Because I'd go to the gun show every year with my dad, and one of my dad's friends sold airsoft guns there. So I'd always get that cheap little Springer, you know. So I've had an airsoft gun since I was like really little, not really little, but since I was little. But as long as I've actually been into it playing, probably since 2008 or 2009, more than likely, because 2010 was my first Fulda Gap.
You've been playing for like 10 years. plus.
Yeah, over 10 years.
Something like
Watch the progression over
that.
the years of
Yeah.
airsoft and what it's become today. I'm like, from when I was a kid, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And it's just like a $5 Springer with an extra
That's
long
how I
barrel.
felt. I was so poor at the time when I got in airsoft. Like, dude, I gotta fucking do this. I wanted to. I was fucking, addicted to watching like Scout the Doggy.
Yes.
Scout the Doggy or
Scout the Doggy was like the
that was-
original.
yeah,
the
Scout the
OG
Doggy
OG
videos
airsoft
and shit like that.
videos.
Yeah,
Over there in Scotland and Britain and all that.
That was a magical time.
It was because like I'd watch it all the time. Like there's nothing better to do. You just sit there and watch Scout the Doggy and watch all these cool like the people like they were older guys that were playing, of course, but they had the coolest guns. Like
Yeah.
when WE came with their M14 EBR.
And that's when it was like really low. But you gotta know some people who find a good game.
Yeah. It was like that when WE came out their M14 EBR. The first time I saw it was on one of Scout the Doggy's videos. I'm like, oh, that is so cool. I want that gun. And then I found out it was like $600. I'm like, never mind. You just like completely screwed up the white
it's just
balance.
piece of shit podcast.
You just completely screwed up the
No.
white balance by vaping over there.
Yeah, it happens.
That's what he does.
We're surrounded by green screen, even on the floor. Yeah.
Billy Bob's enjoying it.
Kovac says he's a Uber driver full time.
Ah,
Hell yeah, man.
Cool.
Uber
All right.
on.
Uber.
So I'm gonna ask you one more question because we do gotta speed this up. A
Yeah,
little
we got time limits.
Best airsoft moment ever.
You already know this one.
I do.
Yeah.
What is it?
Fulda Gap when I scared the kid.
I can't remember.
When I lit the kid up. He scared me.
Explain.
Okay.
Because I can't remember. We've been through a lot, man.
This was Fulda Gap quite a few years ago.
Give it a year.
It was like 5 or 6 years ago, Fulda Gap.
So like 20 or 2014 or something.
Yeah. And I had just like revamped my old KWA and had like a crazy TPA motor, so I was like ripping rounds out. But we were in the bottom, not in the creek, but like on the bottom of the creek, still on the Gotha side of Fulda Gap.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, if you're gonna have players come through the creek at Fulda Gap, it's gonna be like the actual hardcore Milsim team guys that come through the creek trying to sneak into
This is
the.
when we were trying to
We were trying to retake the hill.
Okay, yeah. And then we had like an assault force after that.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember you talking.
And I'm just laying down in the grass. I feel bad about it to the day. And I'm just laying down in the grass, watching up the hill, because I haven't heard anything from the creek. Because most of the time when people come down the creek, you can hear them make splash, make noise, trip over a rock, whatever. Didn't hear anything. All of a sudden I hear swack of this bolt action sniper rifle. And it scared me, and I popped up, flipped it on full auto, and just the area, like just one quick burst across the area. And I heard hit, hit, and I popped up. I got back up because I was in the prone when I started shooting, so I popped up on my knees real quick just to search the area to make sure nobody else was there. And there's this kid with a spring sniper rifle with no scope on it, nothing. He's in a black hoodie and jeans, and he had dropped his rifle and he's just like hiding himself. I'm like, oh no. I have scarred this kid from airsoft for life.
Somewhere right now, that kid is planning his revenge on you.
And I quite rightly deserve it.
Somehow.
I quite rightly deserve it. Like, I probably put 40 rounds in that quick burst. It's just,
dude, when you
right
talk
across
about
that
this
area.
Kid, when you talk about this kid, it reminds me of like the 2013 or 2012 airsoft. And there was just this kid with like those Walmart plastic M4s that you fill BBs in
the scope.
Through the scope.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had a little bottle ammo. That's all he had is like that. And he was just holding off guys at the bridge between Hamburger Hill and
that guy. Yes.
That kid.
That kid.
A legend.
He is a legend. He's literally just sitting. No, he didn't have that little bottle. He had an ammo can.
He had an ammo can of
BBs. And he's just sitting in the middle of the bridge, just
he's just getting kills left and right.
Like nobody's paying attention to this kid at all, and he's just lighting them up. Like the
kid's got a piece of shit Walmart fill in through the site M4, and
he just is a legend.
We don't need to bother with him.
That kid was a legend. Like he really is a legend. But I will give you my second favorite one, just real quick.
Is it the one with Chandler?
No.
Ah.
No.
What?
Chandler and the kid?
Is this getting gay?
No. Chandler and the kid. Don't you remember? Was it Fulda Gap? Yeah, it was Fulda Gap.
What happened?
I don't remember this one. Yvette, you'd have to tell that one.
Really? It was in the video.
What video?
The
What
one
year?
that you made. The video you
Last
put
year?
together. Yeah. Chandler, it was a little kid, and he just
we're lined up.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to make it seem
We're
like he
lined
felt
up
bad.
waiting when we see movement, and
this kid's father is dead. The kid's father's dead.
We shot the father.
We shot the father.
Sounds so bad. We shot the father, and then this kid runs up, and we just lay into him.
This is like
and he in his quote. He says this. I quote, "That poor child." and I
laughing.
And he just the Chandler's snicker is the funniest thing because Chandler doesn't really laugh.
It's really hard to get him to laugh.
He snickered, and it's just that snicker of his.
He secretly enjoyed that.
I can't do it.
You can't recreate it. Chandler's the only one that can do it. But that was like the kid's running to his dad. The kid isn't hit. I'll go ahead and tell you that kid wasn't hit. He was just trying to catch up to his dad and be with his dad to go back to spawn. I mean, it was a dad son
by
thing.
the way. What year was this?
This was last year.
Last year.
2018 Fulda Gap.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we did parts or not.
I don't remember. I think it was the cinematic. It was the full cinematic.
It was I think it was the ending of the first day.
I think
Towards
so.
the ending of day 1. Fulda Gap 2018. It's on our YouTube channel.
So definitely a highlight for me. I enjoyed it. because I can't read Chandler. So
Can't read.
I did
Oh.
notice that day though. I found out he's a dark person.
Oh, Chandler. Yeah, he's a very dark
so
person.
white.
Yeah.
And he's like, I asked him at the campsite at CFR, and he's like the whitest person ever. And he's like Wu-Tang Clan, I was like, oh, what music should we put on? He's like Wu-Tang Clan,
CFR?
and CFR.
Mhm.
And so I put on Wu-Tang Clan, and he's singing the entire lyrics and everything. It's like, what the fuck is going on right now?
You can never catch. You never
and he's
know.
like,
Chandler.
dude, they're the legit. They're the fucking shit.
Yeah.
Fucking love you, Chandler.
All right. We love you, Chandler. We love you. But I'll give you the quick,
Yeah,
the
give it a
quick one,
quick.
the quick second one, favorite one. This was like 2 years,
This is turning into
2 years ago. But I've got that KGW M700. It shoots hot, but they gave me the sniper card, so I was able to use it. This is before Pete bought the place and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting across the gap. Surprisingly, oh hey Dinah. Surprisingly, this gun is accurate, like really accurate at range.
Dinah, wait, we can see her over there.
Okay.
Dinah the Beagle.
Dinah the
Dinah the
Dorito dog.
Beagle.
Dinah.
I think she'll be alright. She'll
Okay.
be alright.
But and I'm just sitting here sniping across the gap, trying to get headshots, pick people off of wrecks. And there was a kid in a full ghillie suit. I shot him about 3 or 4 times, and I was about to be like, all right, you know what? Just move to a different target, because he didn't feel it because he's wearing that full ghillie. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm gonna take one more shot. Took that last shot, and I just see it soaring across the gap, you know. And then he looks at me, just look dead on at me, and here comes the BB. Bah! Right in his face mask. Hi, Dinah. Hi.
She's like, hey, do you guys know there's a man underneath the table?
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
Hey, shut up.
But
That's your dinner later, Dinah.
but he turned and looked at me at the exact wrong second, and he was wearing one of those old school JT paintball masks.
Yeah.
Like you can tell this dude's had this paintball mask probably since like 2007. And it hit right in the middle, in between his eyes, and cracked the eye pros just straight down the middle.
Ooh.
I'm like, oh, if that has that much hit power at that range, I don't really need to be using this here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go get my M4. Play the rest of the game with the man 4.
Yeah.
'Cause,
All right, Yvette.
that was a lot.
What do you do for it?
I deal with
What
bitches.
corner do you work in?
What corner?
What corner? Ooh.
I'm kidding. I don't know you at all. What do you do for a living?
Yeah.
I
I have the Dorito dog.
well, what don't I do? I do title work. I manage idiots.
Manage idiots.
No, I'm kidding. Do some sales, some car sales, and training to be an F&I manager. Mm-hmm.
Financial manager.
Finance and insurance. You know,
Finance
when
and
you
insurance.
finance a vehicle at a
Yeah.
car lot or a dealership.
Yeah, my dad's just bought a
Paper
car.
pusher.
Paper pusher.
Paper pusher. What happened to that truck?
Which truck?
Your truck. Your dad's truck.
I still gotta fix it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I still gotta fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did he buy?
He's going through his midlife crisis right
Did
now.
he buy a Ford
Yep.
Mustang GT?
Yep.
Not a convertible, right?
Wait, he did.
He
bought a Mustang.
When he said midlife crisis, I just.
Ford
I'm
Mustang.
sorry, that's your guys' default. Any midlife crisis with
Yep.
a person, woman or
Did
man.
he also change shoes?
No.
Did he like get new pair
Not
of shoes?
that I know of.
That's the number one sign of a midlife crisis.
He's
Did
so,
he do anything with his hair?
New hairstyle,
Yeah.
new
Yeah.
shoes,
The hair.
I'm sorry, but
Ford Mustang.
he can't. Yvette, he can't do anything with his hair, just like I can't. We don't have it, so
It's just there.
it's,
Yeah.
there's just that little bit left that hangs on up there. Yeah.
Just holding on like George Costanza, right? Just get rid of it.
Yeah, but he did buy.
Was it a convertible?
I don't think it was. I don't
that
remember.
just ruins the GT.
I don't remember. Let me look at it because I haven't really had a chance to look at it.
Aerodynamically, that ruins
No,
the GT.
it's a hard top,
Okay.
but it's a 07 GT, banana cuda yellow with black
Ooh,
racing stripes,
Nice.
5-speed.
Sexy.
5-speed.
Really.
Just
bad
what my dad
midlife
needs.
crisis.
The exception to the Fords and the Raptor, of course.
Yeah.
But other than that, all Fords are shit.
Let me tell you my quick Ford story from last week. Had to do an oil change on a 2019.
Let's leave this for the next.
Are you sure?
For the
'Cause,
next segment.
I kind of want to hear what the turd did. The 2019 Ford. Nah.
We're gonna leave
Okay.
this for
To the
dinner.
next
We
section.
gotta stick there or something.
Oh,
We gotta.
Yeah, we're getting
can't
into
be-
life shit.
We can't be
Sorry.
a gorilla or
Oh,
something.
okay. All right. So
I'm kidding.
can we be a Beagle
Fucking love
airsoft
that
radio?
shit. Beagle.
Okay.
What?
So that's what I do.
That's what you do.
Yeah. Car stuff.
Car stuff.
I
Car
never.
stuff.
I didn't know that about
You
you.
did not know
I don't
that?
complain
Oh
about
my
it to you every day
God.
about the just
Yeah.
masses of just
Bull.
idiots and whatnot.
What? How long have you been playing airsoft?
I've only played at CFR.
Yep.
Yep. But I do enjoy it. I was able to.
Did you get any
well,
kills?
I saw yes,
How many kills?
and
did
I
you get?
saved some people.
You say you.
I
I
did.
saw you did a medic.
Yes.
A lot of people.
Was out there getting thorned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You medic me too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I got 2 kills. I didn't play much.
Yeah. You only played for a couple hours.
Yeah.
That was your first game.
Yeah. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
definitely
Billy
in over
Bob.
my head. Yeah,
know,
you just kicked them.
People who don't do this, you can't.
It,
I can't imagine what it's like being in the military.
yeah.
I can't fucking
No.
imagine. I
I
can
know.
imagine playing airsoft
Yeah.
for 24 hours or whatever, but
I don't know how you
I
guys
can't
do
fucking
it.
imagine this shit.
Yeah.
I know,
I
it's
just
fun.
I was like, wow, I am too out of shape for this. Definitely did not expect it to be so.
yeah, you're running around with a
Yeah.
P90 too. Like
Oh,
it's,
I mean, it wasn't like a massive.
you hold your.
It's, it's not like I was running around with a stoner or anything.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
Oh,
I would
God.
have made it.
I died.
an
I had
hour.
Yeah.
249 kills, which I don't get how the stoner is heavier than the M249. Don't ever buy a Knight's Armament stoner. Get the 249. You will hate your life.
But yeah, first game,
You are the chosen one.
bought a bunch of equipment and stuff for it.
A lot.
Yeah, but my first real just experience with everything was Fulda Gap last year. And just watching you guys get ready. And,
Experience in
yeah,
airsoft.
yeah, and we walked the field.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
we were allowed to walk, and just the party, all the
Yeah.
shenanigans beforehand.
The shenanigans.
And, yeah.
It's
It's intense.
It used to be better.
It used to be.
crazier. They
Used to
took
be.
Wow,
away
crazier than that.
Oh yeah.
yeah, they got away. You can't do cross burnings anymore, unfortunately.
Oh my.
Oh, they got
Wow.
dark.
Wow.
That's horrible.
No, but it used to be way worse than that though.
Yeah, they used to do the the what do you guys call it when you guys steal flags from other
Flag raids.
flag raids?
Yeah.
Yeah, flag raids. That was fun. Always did that like every year. That was intense. Till I think someone got hurt
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, I think somebody got hurt
Or
trying to take
damaged
it.
property, and they had to shut that down. Unfortunately, that was really fucking hilarious because it's it's like 9-10 o'clock at night, and you have NATO running around in Warsaw campsite trying to steal flags and intel. They're trying to sneak up in the commander's tent
Yeah,
during the
trying to listen to
commander
briefings.
meeting and shit, and we'd have to post like sentries and shit so they didn't like gain intel or what our plans were. It was, man, those were good old days. It's so bad, and I'm not sure. I really need to ask around if this is the last Fulda Gap.
Yeah, I saw what Thumpy posted that. Yeah,
He said that in a comment on our Instagram.
yeah. Like
I'm not sure if he meant that. Uber on. I'm not entirely sure. If anyone knows if this is the last Fulda Gap 2019 is the last Fulda Gap, please let us know.
yeah, because we would really like to know that.
Yeah.
That would be very sad.
That way we can plan a massive party, and two,
What?
so I can be ready to be sad.
You just took your first Uber ride.
He just took his
Oh.
first Uber to listen to us the whole way.
Oh my god.
That was
Oh.
Do we have to tip him?
You just got a 1 star, I think. You just got a 1 star.
1-star rating for listening to trash on the radio.
Yeah, trash. Well, there's it's like paintball. I hate saying that.
Oh, God.
I don't even say that. I just say, yeah, I play paintball.
Well,
I don't even want to get
when
into it with
I
anyone.
tried to explain to people because I didn't know about airsoft.
When you try to explain it to people, you
They're like,
you
"Oh, so
have to go
paintball."
in depth into the
Yeah.
explanation, and most people don't want that. They do want quick, simple answers, and it's just like, and you just see the irritation on their face, and it's kind of like, I just play paintball.
Yeah, I've never explained it like that. Then
Yeah.
people will say like, "Oh, so like paintball?" Sure.
Yeah.
So you only been to one game, and you've been to Fulda Gap last year.
Yes.
What is your best moment in airsoft?
In airsoft?
In airsoft history.
I don't know.
Watching us get lit up at the bridge.
Oh.
What?
When we got lit up at the bridge when we tried to cross the bridge at CFR.
Oh.
She was at the first.
I mean, we got to the last bunker.
I got to the last bunker too, but
She was at the first.
I didn't make it anywhere like
any further.
Yeah, it's just I saw where you shot him in the finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That is literally a piece of bone now.
Hold your fire. Fuck out.
I'm like, Corey, hold your fire. He's hit. Squawk.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, and that lady that I think she was part of the.
She was like game control. She wasn't really referee. She was game control, but
she was still giving away our position. She was telling the.
I mean, whatever. You know,
it's
they were so outnumbered. It didn't really matter, anyways.
I don't know. That to me was kind of like that's fine.
I didn't know the entire information for that. So
yeah.
Nah.
Well,
I shot
really
her.
Have any?
You shot her?
Yeah.
Good.
I shot her a couple of times.
I feel better. I feel better about that.
She wasn't wearing any
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't wearing any game control stuff, you know.
She was wearing black. She was wearing black sunglasses, and
I asked her when I saw her, and she was game control.
She was game control?
But she's wearing camis and
But I shot her a couple of times because she wouldn't get out of the way.
Yeah.
And two, she was not wearing the right stuff for game control. You know, go get a neon vest or something.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, but not sorry at the same time.
Wear purple. That's
wear purple.
Yeah, purple is game control color. You know.
What was that one photographer? Not your GA, but that other photographer from Fulda Gap that wore the complete neon pink.
Neon pink. Yeah, that lady
jumper.
was running around in neon pink. She stood out like Jesus Christ.
Well, you know who not to shoot.
Just running like. You just see pink in the forest, like
yeah.
It's like the Energizer Bunny got loose and got into some freaking cocaine.
Oh god! All right.
Okay.
Billy Bob, stop it.
I'm gonna make this.
What about you?
Quick.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm adopted.
Corey.
Well, yeah, you are.
And
they give you back.
I shoot.
Yeah, they gave you back really quick.
Chickens out of cannonballs at airplane windows. No one knows that reference. No one?
What?
Come on, Larry the Cable Guy. What's going on?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
I'm keeping my mouth shut. I know it.
I'm not. Oh, you call me white trash?
No.
Oh. You want to go there?
No.
You want to go? You want to go, punk?
You're more white trash in a dumpster behind a paper plate factory. Yeah, I stole that one. So I'm a truck driver. Currently switching jobs. There's nothing really more anything interesting or more miserable I can say about that. Yeah. Long hours, all that shit. And walk around in a sense of what's it called? Oh shit.
Urgency?
No. What's it when you take a flight and you're
jet lagged?
Jet lagged, yeah.
Jet
lagged all the time, yeah. That, and I've been playing airsoft about the same time as you. About 10 years. I got my first game in 2008. It was just a bunch of guys, and they invited me, like, yeah, and then I got hooked into it and watching airsoft videos constantly, and I was so poor and stupid, and then
you started selling yourself at the corner?
Yeah, I had to sell myself to get one.
Turning tricks.
Yeah.
Corner tricks. Corner tricks.
Turning tricks for airsoft.
Yeah, man. So I've been playing for like 11 years, 10, 11 years, something like that. I didn't get my first actual equipment till 2010, so Yeah, so 9 years. Let's just say 9 years. Best airsoft moment, which is at Fulda Gap, of course.
Yep. Because all the shenanigans happened at Fulda Gap.
Yeah, all the shenanigans happened at Fulda Gap. 2011, first Fulda Gap, and it is my first, real. I got not Milsim Light. Fulda Gap's not Milsim Light. It's just conquest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically just straight conquest.
Conquest respawn with tanks.
Yeah.
It's Battlefield. So we are at Fulda Gap, Thumpmaster. What's up, Thumpy?
Thumpy!
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 So we are at OP Alpha. It is nearing. It's the last hour of the game, and we got to take Alpha. And there's no one in between us from OP Alpha. Down on the hill, actually, where Chicken Hawk is now.
Yeah.
That's where we were. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. And I just ran all the way. And at the crossroads of Alpha, there used to be a wooden tank there. I don't know if you remember that wooden tank right there at the crossroads. I got all the way up there, and I'm like, I look behind me, and I'm like, it's glare. I'm like, everyone come up, and there's like 70 people behind me running up. And I'm like, dude, it's like fucking Lieutenant Winters, and wait for the red smoke. That was powerful on its own. And then they decide, or first of all, there's all the enemy in Alpha, which I'm already shooting at and getting a shit ton of kills. And there's just like 30 people down on the road. I guess they're moving in on OP Alpha or something.
Mm-hmm.
I legitimately got 40 to 50 kills.
Yeah.
That one run in. Plus everyone's coming in on me. Like, what the fuck?
Plus that old M4JGS system.
Yeah, I was running an M4 JGS system with high caps and had like oh man, I had like a stupid fucking face mask at the time. I was a fucking pleb.
You were a pleb. Pleb to pro.
It was exhilarating. No, not like that. It was like the neoprene face mask. With like a stupid like
Joker mask.
Yeah, Joker design on it.
Oh, Corey. Yeah, what? Ask Thumpy.
What?
About Fulda Gap.
Oh,
Thumpy.
We got to ask you a question. On Instagram, you commented that about the last Fulda Gap. Is 2019 the last airsoft Fulda Gap?
We are generally concerned.
Yeah, we're generally concerned. We didn't know any of this information if it's true, which that means we need to go all out this year.
Yeah.
All out.
Or he may just be saying it's the last Fulda Gap that Warsaw's going to win. I hope that's the case and not the last Fulda Gap. No, Thumpy, we are going to kill you again.
We out of all the wins and losses of Warsaw compared to NATO, Warsaw still is the lesser of the two. So we need a win. we need
that.
Win.
We need that win.
I think if Fulda Gap continues and we get 2 more wins in a row, it's complete tie throughout the
history.
13 years. It's 13. Last year was the 13th year.
I think so.
This would be your 9th. This would also be my 9th Fulda Gap. 9
yeah,
Fulda
it'll be
Gaps.
9 because I missed
Fulda Gap.
I missed that. No,
2015.
I have 10.
10.
I have 10 because I went 1 year, you didn't, and then I missed 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, because when I was in the army, I missed that year.
Yeah, you missed 2015. 15. And you played a year before that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that mean we have the same amount of years?
Yeah. Yeah.
You haven't missed a Fulda Gap.
When's the first year that you played Fulda Gap?
It was 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
I played 2011 was my first, and I haven't missed one yet.
And you haven't missed one yet.
And you missed 2015. Right?
I missed 2015. That's the only one I've missed.
So we both have 9 years.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. I'm not smarticles with math.
We got to be double aces next year if Fulda Gap continues.
So
double aces.
The prepping always madness?
No, it is just the last of the great American games still around, but I worry about it ending if it doesn't change to keep players coming back. I completely agree. And
yeah.
on that, on what you just said right there, if there's anything we can do to support the community for Fulda Gap, because that is our game
our
of the
go-to
year every
game.
year.
Yeah.
We want to keep that running. If there's anything we can do, or anyone that you can do, and you want to announce on here,
Yep.
whatever.
Because
let
I
us
mean that's
know.
our go-to game every year.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm out of Eastern North Carolina now. Y'all are kind of mid North Carolina.
Yeah, we spread our wings.
But yeah, it is. Even though it is all the way out in the Western North Carolina.
Yeah,
anything. We'll do anything to. I mean, I know Pete is changing up a lot.
That's good.
I've seen a lot of work.
He's doing a good job.
But I have seen these past couple of storms have really messed it up. I've seen that.
Yeah,
but I have seen I have seen the community come out though. Exactly. I think it was the paintball and the airsoft community, but they came out and they are helped fixing things. I know a lot of the bridges got destroyed and all that.
Yeah, we'll see, but that's probably the biggest part right there.
But,
I think it will impede tanks the most, obviously.
Yeah.
So maybe tank gameplay might slow down this year.
Yeah,
if they can fix
on the other side of the field.
What's on
the tank gameplay on the other side of the field, not Rex, Gotha, and all that.
Yeah.
It'll change if the bridges don't get fixed.
Yeah.
But anyways, like if there's anything that we can do to help Fulda Gap out, we'll try our best to. Because I mean that's our go-to game for this year or for every year.
Stumpy, I gotta ask you, game start for NATO last year. If you don't want to answer this, it's fine. I know you're the general. You got secrets. You got secrets. But were your orders to stay off the fire line, or was it game orders? Like you were not allowed to have your forces start out on the fire line.
Yeah, because that's how it was like a couple years ago.
It was always immediate contact on the fire line for Warsaw. And that last year, we were actually just able to walk through. And we want to know if that is maybe one of the field changes, or was that one of your orders?
Yeah, because I mean, that confused me because normally, not normally, but ever since the player cap has really gone up, that it's immediate contact on the fire line every single year. But the years before that, it was like there'd be a minute or two before the shooting actually started where you can actually move across the fire line, et cetera, et cetera. But every year since the player caps got up, there's always been immediate firefights right there.
Yeah, and that's the hardest thing to triumph with Warsaw is getting across that fire line. It is absolutely brutal. If anyone has played Warsaw, they would throughout the years they would know the struggle of getting across that damned fire line. It's horrible. But last year, obviously, we got across the fire line. So, good question. And oh man, what was it? Yeah, the medic rules. Do you support the medic rules for Fulda Gap if it is implied? And what type of medic rules were they talking about? I remember it being proposed, but I'm not entirely sure about the exact medic rules. So,
yeah. Well, we'll let the Thumpmeister brew on that for a moment.
When it comes to medic rules, though, like we saw at CFR, it can be misused.
Very much so.
And that's with every game. It really does depend. Now, Fulda Gap is chaos. It already is chaos. It's barely manageable. If not, it's undermanaged. But the players fill in to where it's undermanaged most of the time. There's always those, there's always those gray hairs standing out. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about medic rules. Now, if there is...
That add a lot more chaos.
Yeah. If there is, like, let's say 2 or 3 medics per each unit that are strictly supposed to follow certain rules and are strictly informed, then that they'll make sure that they could do it. Hell yes.
Yeah.
But
not everybody a medic.
Yeah. Like we saw this problem with this is why they got rid of the mobile respawn, is because all the other Warsaw players were using the mobile respawn, even though
it was Spetsnaz.
It was not Spetsnaz. It's same thing with NATO, it's not special forces. And after they got rid of that, that's when Warsaw started really losing really bad. I mean, Warsaw is the main attacking force in the scenario, so mobile respawn is going to be more useful for Warsaw. Still applied with NATO and still useful for NATO, but
We gotta only be able to let SF and specs use it.
Responses.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
There were not enough troops on either side to be on the line everywhere. Player numbers were down from 1,100 to fewer than last year.
I did notice that.
What
Do you
would
think the
you like to
hurricane had
see
anything
as
to do with
something
that?
new for Fulda? Something new for Fulda.
What now?
No sniper cards. Well, I the meds that are used all around airsoft.
Yeah.
You know, it's normal now.
Yeah. Well, one
Like,
thing I want to know this year.
How many? I can't remember. It's only like 6 sniper cards per side or something like that.
Not that I know of, because I remember when I was talking to Andrew when I had tried to get my sniper card for my SVD. He had a whole bunch of them, probably like 10 or 15 of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do guess as a newer player, like when you had that MP5 that was shooting 400.
Oh yeah, my brother had an MP5 that was shooting like 420. He had to get a sniper card for an MP5.
Yeah, but still, I guess they give a bunch of them for newer players if they got a new gun, and it's like, hey, I got a problem. But sniper cards for me is like, well, with the SSG-24, the novice guns.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're high.
Oh yeah.
Or not high. They're not hot. But one thing I also want to know this year for Fulda, are there going to be chronoing in FPS or joule limits?
That's another one. That's
because a lot of fields are going to joules now.
Yeah, that's true. I would also like to see the chronos.
I'd like to see new chronos at Fulda.
New chronos,
not paintball chronos.
Yeah, but also stickers on the
gearbox shells.
On the gearbox shells that enforces it enforces anyone from cheating, which is great. Oh shit, I forgot the other one. What was it? Oh, the safety briefing, the morning safety briefing.
Morning safety brief.
That gathers everyone around. That every field has a safety briefing, and once they got rid of the safety briefing for Fulda Gap, that's when things started to go kind of downhill.
Yeah.
We need the safety briefing.
Yeah.
We need the safety briefing. Isn't just for a safety briefing. It's there to look. Someone is standing up here, and they're telling you that the rules are going to be enforced. They are there. You physically see them, and they're telling you. They know, that they know, and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, yeah, you better. It's just like, come on, guys, we gotta listen up. We're all in this. This is for fun. Let's keep it for fun, fairly for all sides. They need to bring back the safety briefing.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 5 years.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since they have had a safety briefing.
Yeah.
But one thing I do see concerning the safety briefing is the party the night before, as always, because everybody parties too hard and then doesn't get up to go actually play. That's one thing, or just get up for the safety briefing. But I don't know. I'd like to see the safety briefing back.
Well, it worked out. It worked out years ago.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it work out now? Everyone came and they had to get their card punched for a safety briefing.
Yep.
And I understand, they have to have people around to do that, and it takes away from other things. But I believe it's important enough to do at least get 80%, even 70% of the people there for the safety briefing, even if you're not going to punch the card.
Yeah.
To do that is still important. Compared to just getting into the game at Fulda Gap, and then compared to, say, CFR and having the safety briefing, and then going out and play, what is better?
Yeah.
Do you see it? Do you feel the difference?
You got to have, yeah. You most definitely have to have a safety briefing. I mean, just from my experience.
I mean, we all been to a million ones, but
yeah.
it's still there.
Well, that's the thing. It's like from my experience, one, just playing airsoft, and then two, being in the army, then three, being back in the civilian world. We have a lot of certain individuals that don't like to be safe. Safety briefings are needed, so other people watch out for the other people.
Yep.
Point taken.
It's a statement saying you can't just go in the game and play and then maybe get caught. It's a statement. They're there. They're telling you. And you're not just watching the video. That's a video. You don't even have to watch a video. You just pass a test.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just It's a statement. They are enforcing it. If it came out this year, if they did a safety briefing this year, it would like, what's this? Some people like, they're doing a safety briefing.
Yeah.
Oh, they must be really serious about this now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it's not just a throw out game.
Mm-hmm. The only other thing I gotta say is,
not comfortable.
Billy Bob.
Massage him, Billy
Massage.
Bob.
Wait, you're the masseuse.
Yeah, that's true. You're the masseuse.
You're the masseuse. Touch your own butt. Only other thing I would like to see is not letting other people, not letting people wearing certain camos on the other team. Right now, as I remember, it is a point deduction if someone on tan is wearing green or someone on green is wearing tan. I think they need to get the finger, not the middle finger, or the knife hand. Like, no, go change your uniform. Get your right colors.
Get your proper colors.
And then you could come play. It sounds strict when you say it like that.
You have to walk by. You have to walk by the entrance staff.
Exactly. And
and
it just hurts your own team.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing for me was last year. I ran across a Warsaw guy, me and Cass, when we went up the fire line. I don't know if it's in the video or not. I don't think it is.
I remember that guy. He was wearing like a multicam top and green trousers, and you could not tell what side he was.
That's the thing. He had a multicam top, green trousers, and a Cryptac Typhoon, Mandrake. The Cryptac Mandrake green plate carrier.
And he was around Holiday and all that area.
He was up in me and Cass were up in Minnigan, and he comes up from behind Minnigan from up on top of the fire line. So I thought he was a green guy that went up top, all the way up top, and come down. So I just sit there and I let him get close and pop around him like, "Are you Warsaw or NATO?" I was like, "I'm Warsaw, dude." I'm like, "Dude, you look NATO. Only tan on you, or tan color scheme for Warsaw, was the multicam top. That's all it was."
That's not right. That's cheating. That is strictly breaking the rules, getting an advantage on the other part.
Yeah, like I felt bad.
And
for
all that guy
him,
got was a deduction, and he hurt his own team, but he was cheating and making people not happy.
I felt bad because I had to shoot my own guy, but at the same point, it's like, dude, what are you doing?
I think we're talking about another person.
What?
Because there was a NATO player wearing the multicam top.
Well, there may have been two of them, because this guy had a multicam top and green bottoms, but he had.
It seemed like there was a team of it.
It might have been, but
like, hey guys, we got an idea. We're gonna wear multicam.
We're gonna confuse everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna confuse everyone.
Wear all the camos.
Yeah. Fucking A. Get organized.
All right, it's 5:16, so we're 5:20. We're off topic. We got to wrap this segment up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this segment up. We're gonna come back for our second hour. We're gonna take a couple minutes of a break. So don't leave. It's just gonna be a couple minutes. We're gonna use the restroom, and get some drinks and stuff like that. Please stay with us.
Go visit
don't
Chester.
leave. Yeah. What?
Chester Cheeto.
Chester Cheeto.
Yeah. Chester? Go visit him. Go get some snacks.
Oh, Chester Cheetos.
Jeez.
Chester Cheetos.
I'm telling people to go get a snack.
Go get a snack.
Come back.
Go drink water.
Yeah, go drink water.
Go hydrate.
You guys get out of here. I'm gonna put on some music.
Colors and safety need to be enforced by everyone. Every player needs to correct their side.
It's true.
True.
But I can tell you, it's really hard to find a ref in the back of the field.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Mohawk refs. this past year.
They are fucking awesome.
They were
I love those
awesome.
restaurants.
Party animals.
But the only thing was is they weren't really in the back of the field. They were down there at the
Yeah, I
bottom,
noticed
but
that,
there was really no refs in the back half of the field.
Yep.
Unless they walked up there for whatever reason, there was no refs back there. So that's the only problem I have with that. But anyway, go drink water. We're gonna cut this segment and we'll be back with another segment shortly. So yeet.
Yeet.
Come on, Corey.
No.
Come on, Corey.
Come on, Blossom.
Come on, Blossom. Come on, Blossom. Blossom.
What do you want, you Powerpuff bitch?
It's Powerpuff.
Yeah, we're gonna take this here.
Alright. Yeet.
Should we leave the microphones on so everyone hears our bullshit? We'll be back in a couple minutes, and our green screen's fucking. Oh my god. You talking to Bubba? Hey Dinah, come here, baby. Come here. You only love me because I got food. Come here. Come here. Hey baby, where's your paper? You just want the food. That's coffee.
She likes that.
Can you take her? Oh my god. This is the adorable beagle. Her name is Dinah, the beagle butt. The OCD beagle. Come on. Get out of here. No. Go. Go. She's a kitty butt. What are you looking at? No. We don't do that here. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're not getting food. Nope. Yeah. Go.
Diana, come on. Go to your dinner.
Oh, I needed that beer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Excuse me, I'm coming to you.
Let's go on my dog.
Doji. Doggo. 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 Situated back in this chair.
Come on, Diana.
Oh my god, lady.
No, you good. You good. Bow wow. Hey, look, it's little Bow Wow.
Alright.
Add more chords to the Dangle Fest here.
I'm sorry. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're safe. Sure, we're safe. We're not safe. No one's safe.
No one's safe from
Not
Corey.
after eating pizza, beer, and coffee. No one's safe in this room. Alright, guys, we're back here. We're getting a little situated.
Getting back situated.
Yeah.
Dang it, Billy Bob.
I'm getting a rolly chair. With
Getting a
this
rolling
green
chair.
screen down here, I cannot move this chair.
Well, you're supposed to just step it. You're not supposed to roll it.
Step you. What was that?
My phone.
Oh, it's so weird hearing it through that.
I
It's
it
like,
really
I think
is.
it's like right there in front of you. Oh shit!
Billy Bob, come on.
All right. Let's get into this. We're at. It's gonna be a separate podcast. And that's how we get copyrighted.
Oh, so scary.
Oh god.
No, that wasn't even copyright. That's just a random music song.
Oh, my nephew made a song, and I want you to hear it. See if
Oh,
you
yeah?
like it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
I'm sorry, that song I just heard was just horrible.
It was very creepy.
Yeah.
It's like what nightmares you read of.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Anyway,
Alright, here in an hour or two, which is more like last hour is an hour and a half. We'll have to work on that somehow.
what?
Breaking it down to an hour, I don't think it's possible.
We're gonna have to because
we were
driving,
excited to talk a lot.
Yeah,
there.
that's a long drive for Bubbles.
especially in the rain and the dark. So
Wow, yeah, rain and dark. That's
plus I-40 and deer.
Yeah, we saw what we were coming back from the hospital this morning. What was it, 2 deer?
It's they're there.
Yeah. It's,
They're out there.
I like having my truck in one piece,
Oh
please.
dear.
yeah. Oh dear.
Because I
God.
only have one truck right now. So
We're gonna talk about in the second hour here. We're talking about getting to know each other. Careful, lady.
Sorry.
careful like that.
You got it.
Mhm.
You sure?
See.
Okay. This is general topic discussion. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be airsoft relations, so just like
Airsoft relations.
West Virginia.
Oof.
So family members.
Family members, yeah.
It's all
Let's get
relative,
into it. All right.
Mm.
All right. We're gonna be talking about our gaming streams, which is off topic to airsoft.
That's just you.
Yeah, and what we're trying to do. Hey, you guys are welcome to join too.
I'm not spending $3,000 for a PC.
You don't have to spend $3,000. You can spend $800 for
Exactly. I don't want to spend $800 for a PC.
What are we talking about?
That was a gaming stream. We're also going to be talking about what to expect down the road for that.
What?
I can't hear anything
Oh, I can't even see you. All I see is a black mane right here.
The floof.
The floof. Oh yeah, we're gonna paint this. We're gonna put 3 Adidas
Yes.
down there for Fulda.
Yes.
Yep. And it's gonna be at our
Yes.
campsite. We're gonna have a front entrance to our campsite, and we're gonna be mounting that right
Put
there.
both of them on each side of the entrance.
Ooh, yeah. Well, that kind of resembles like, yeah, we killed these Spartans.
That's
No.
true. Okay, I can
But
see
you
that.
It's like a deadhead. Nah, I don't. It's not gonna be.
You got the one with the Adidas stripes, and then you got the regular one. So
I could do that.
Well, no. We could paint them both.
no, just take like
It only takes $10.
electrical tape. White electrical tape and just
No, I'm painting that bitch.
Okay.
If I want to change the color, paint it again.
Okay. Okay.
It's metal. It'll be fine.
Okay.
All right.
So that we have that. Get to know us a little bit more here, and we have the Spartan of the day, or Spartans of the day, and yeah, I think that's what we got for the second hour. We'll have some more topics next time. That should definitely fill an hour. So okay, game streams.
That's all you.
None at all.
No, it's not.
I mean, I watch.
Well, I've been
put
we've
some
been
input.
only playing right now. We've been only playing Dead by Daylight, which there's no military aspect in that at all. So
It's just creepy.
it's super fun.
It's like watching a horror.
Definitely with
movie.
friends. That's why I'm really only streaming with friends.
Don't cross the streets.
Don't cross the
just
streams.
just don't cross the streams, bro.
That has been a lot more interesting. I think the biggest thing though out of that is after every 10 live streams per whatever, say 10 Dead by Daylight live streams, I am going to be doing a compilation. Yeah, best moments.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good moments on there, so I think that'll be a good video that'll hit. And
It'll be hitting that beat.
the reason why we're not only is it fun to do the gaming live streams, it just opens up our borders to have more people come in.
Isn't that what? Isn't that what some people are fighting against?
Some people.
I'm sorry, I had to go there.
No.
I can't put my
What happens when someone wants to build a wall?
I can't put my head down all
Every
the way.
time we talk
I got a
politics,
microphone in
just
the
put
way.
like 2 cents on the table. It's like,
Here's your 2 cents.
here's your
Was
2
that a no-no?
cents.
Are you gonna start tasing me?
put like
Ooh.
$2 for politics.
Oh God.
It's a good thing I'm
Trying
broke.
to keep this at. When it gets to politics, it's so frustrating. Aren't you tired of hearing about politics 24/7?
Yes.
I hear it from you.
This is.
I tried to avoid
I
it,
know
but I
it's
hear
because
it from you.
I'm driving truck and
All you do is listen to the radio.
listening to podcasts and shit like that.
When people start talking about
That's another one. That's
politics,
a good one.
I kind of try to avoid it, unless it's you. But everyone else, I mean, just I don't want to get into that with people.
We're jumping into politics already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's like at Thanksgiving
going
dinner.
with it.
You always have that one
Shut up.
family member that start it.
Just shut up. Okay. But I mean, there's a lot of problems in this guy.
All right, Corey.
All right. As another thing, podcasts, other podcast wise, do you listen to any other? Do you listen to podcasts or streams or anything like that?
Not really.
No.
No. I mean,
Oh.
I've just a few times with you, Guerrilla Radio. That's about it.
On the way to a game.
Yeah, or every once in a while you used to.
Because I listen to them all when I'm driving truck. So.
Right.
You podcast streams.
I listen to them every now and again.
It's podcast.
Most of the time, it's just really Gorilla. Most of the time, because it's something to talk about and listen to while I'm at the shop doing something. Especially the only time I can really listen to a podcast or stream if I have a large job in my bay that's right in front of my toolbox.
Fuck off.
Everything in that sentence was dirty.
You're the
I am
dirtiest
the dirt
person
monster.
Was
dig
Billy
up the
Bob
dirt.
in your
So
bay?
dirty.
Billy Bob's in the bay all the time. What are you talking about? But
Jeez.
the only time I really have time to listen to like a podcast or something would be if I have a bigger job in the bay that's right in front of my toolbox, which is where I have all my stuff.
She keeps doing that.
She's just getting it. She's getting it.
Y'all set me up.
So cute.
But
It's just his type of shit. I'm in trouble.
But that's the only time I can really listen to it because I can put my speaker right there. I got my speaker on my toolbox, so that's about the only thing I can really
Just blew
listen
that
to.
in front of me. My bad.
Yeah, you really did.
I
You
fucked
fogged
the whole-
everything out.
Whole green screen up.
But that's the only time I really listen to it. Most of the time it's Gorilla Radio. That's about the only thing I listen to, or I'll just listen to music. That's all.
Yeah.
Other than that, if Gorilla doesn't have a podcast up, so
As a truck driver, you listen to so much music, and it's just like tired of listening.
Was it-
You try, like it's
Well, that's the
usually,
thing.
it's usually like when you're like they say when you're like 30, like 32, you stop listening to new music.
What?
Yeah, that's
What?
that's a fucking
So you
thing.
just
But-
die at 30 or 32?
No, you just listen to the same fucking bands, and then you know when they get back together, they come
Oh,
up
God.
with a revival album.
Revival albums,
You know?
yeah.
So that's when music dies when
Yeah.
someone turns 30 through 32.
They'll listen to the same
I
bands.
refuse to believe that.
They
Well, see-
might get into a new band, maybe.
That's
But
the
that's
thing.
when it starts to stop.
well, that's the thing. That's when I start. That's when I really start. When we went to Fulda Gap like 2 years ago, I think. When I was riding with you and you started. No, I think I was riding with the other guy. And he started playing like it was Larry the Cable Guy or something, this laugh track. I was like, I need to start listening to these more
That's a thing I do.
because
a lot.
it was hilarious. Like it's just jokes I've never heard before. I'm like, yo,
It kills time.
yeah, it
like,
really does. Like you
seriously.
don't think about it.
Podcasts, music, and like I mostly do Pandora
Mm-hmm.
with comedy.
Yeah,
Dark.
comedy channels. Yeah, that's what I was listening to. Is just a dark comedy. I'm like, this is hilarious. I need to listen to this more.
But before truck driving, I knew nothing about fucking stand-up comedy. Really,
Yeah.
didn't really like it except maybe like Louis C.K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like it. No. Now I'm all into it.
Yeah.
You know that. You put it on a couple times in car trips.
That's definitely a good pastime.
So, I listen to
Lot
Gorilla
Lizard.
Airsoft Radio.
Lot Lizard Radio?
Yeah,
Lot Lizard.
Radio. I used to listen to the GMR podcast, but it's kind of like,
GMR.
I haven't listened to one of their
Green Mountain
podcasts in a long
Oh,
time.
yes.
I haven't listened to one of theirs in a long time.
they slowly stopped talking about Airsoft to a point. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
pretty. I don't know how it is now, but it's just kind of like I'm kind of hearing about GI Joes.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
They'll sit around and talk about GI Joes for like 49 minutes straight. It's like, nice. How was that one event though? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of, their characters didn't really play well. Like I didn't really like, how do I put it? All their dads are lawyers kind of like feeling, like I don't know. It was kind of a little too preppy on my side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Silver
A little too formal.
It's silver spoonish. It's not. No, it's not formal. I mean, they get fucking drunk and blasted. That's those are the good episodes.
That's another one. That's another one that I've listened to recently. The Drinking Bros podcast, Article 15, and Black Rifle Coffee, and all those guys.
God.
It is
I gotta
hilarious.
check that out.
It's funny. It's really funny.
That sounds
They had Travis Pastrana. I think you know
oh
him.
shit.
They had him on there.
Travis
They have a whole bunch of people on there, like just random big names, like
Nitro Circus.
Nitro Circus. Yeah. But it's like just one of those random big names that they just come on the podcast. Like, oh, that's pretty chill. Like Vincent Rocco Vargas. Like that dude's so cool.
So it's kind of like the Joe Rogan experience, except instead of drinking, or I mean, instead of getting high.
Kind of. Yeah.
That's another podcast I heavily listen to. The Joe Rogan experience. They're cool. Oh, and Ben Shapiro show. But
He's kind of a bore.
kind of is. But when it comes to like, a lot of mainstream news. Yeah. But and then I could just get in those moments like, oh, I can't handle politics right now. Just
the world is so full of politics right now. It's like,
so let's talk about it.
So let's talk about it some more, guys.
It's gonna be a joke. Shut up, Billy.
Shut up, Billy. Shut up, Billy Bob.
Shut up, Billy Bob. All right. So cool.
Gucci.
I gotta check that out. Send me a message.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Drinking Bros podcast. It's hilarious. I will say one thing though. Best thing I've done in a long time recently. I love coffee.
No.
Oh, here we go.
Anyway, so Black Rifle Coffee Company.
Oh, he said it. You are the
Shameless plug. Shameless plug for my favorite coffee company. They have a coffee club.
Black Rifle Coffee Company. We're here.
No, they have another complete shameless plug, but I do love all the products. So, but they have a coffee club now. I just found out a couple of months ago, and I signed up for it.
So like the coffee of the month or something?
No, they send you coffee. Well, as recently as much as you want, but like I've got it every 2 weeks. They'll send me a thing on coffee. It's so simple and easy, and it saves my life so much time. It's so easy. It makes my life so much easier. You're gonna fog out the whole green screen again.
I'm blowing over here.
Can't take you anywhere.
I'm blowing over here.
Fly like a seagull.
So
See, look what
coffee
you did.
club.
Look what you did. You're making it worse.
So bad. More ventilation in here. We need a lot more.
So it makes your life easier?
Yeah, it makes my life a lot easier. That way I don't have to go buy coffee every now and again and go buy crappy coffee.
Yeah.
Because their coffee is tier 1 compared to any other coffee I've ever had. And I drink a lot of coffee.
Did you like the Black Rifle coffee?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Some
he
K
did.
cups.
I didn't experiment with a bunch of flavors or whatever, but or a bunch of brews.
Yeah.
Brews, but
Like I get the American blend or fruit and fuel. I think it's the one I've got on just rotation, complete order, rotation every time it sends me. And I always get the fruit and fuel. It's just always so good. And I've had
rattlesnake.
Does it taste
Or
like
some
a bear?
rattlesnake semen. Yeah, but they've got like a bunch of whole different ones. I've tried pretty much every single one of them, and all of them are so good. You just can't compare it to any other coffee, really. To me personally, it's just such a good cup of coffee because coffee is life.
Mhm.
See,
I'm
some
not a
people,
big coffee person.
some people think. Hold on, I gotta bring up this meme because this describes my life
Mhm.
to a T. I gotta find it.
Mr. T.
Mr. T. Yep, Mr. T.
Mr. Tickle.
Mr. Tickles. I gotta find
Uncle
this meme.
Touchy's
Where's this
Tickle
meme?
Time Basement.
Way to go. Always taking it too far.
I'm not
This
taking
is so dark.
It's
Life has many
here. It's
doors,
insane.
Ed boy. Where's this meme, yo? Oh, here it is.
Maybe?
Safety first. This is the meme. This is the meme. Safety first. Just kidding. Coffee first. Safety's like third or fourth.
Yes.
That's my point in life. You don't need iPro, but it might
You
help.
need condoms. You need coffee.
The older I
You're
get,
gonna need coffee after you don't need condoms.
Oh, God.
It's true. A lot of
Oh.
coffee.
I feel like the older I get, the more
3
coffee I
a.m.
need.
struggles.
Especially like in the morning to get me going.
Oh, have you seen? Oh, I gotta shit. I think I've sent this to the chat. But the sun is so much better. Moon's out, goons out.
I can't wait for fall.
Yes.
Oh, me too.
Oh.
Best time of the year.
You know why?
Pumpkin spice because you're basic white bitch.
I was about to go there. I was about to go
You know
there.
why?
Why?
Starting a thing. Falls out, balls out.
Oh,
Balls out, balls out. Yeah. Like sun's out, guns out.
Balls out, balls out.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh.
I
Yikes.
can't add another one for spring.
Springs.
Why is the white balance off again?
He just blew.
He just blew his load all over the screen again.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he didn't even realize he did it.
It's not bad. It's right here.
Oh, look behind the monitor. Oh, you missed it.
What?
No, the second screen there. It was just like completely like.
Whoops. My bad.
I didn't even notice it. I was just sitting here looking at the meme. Memes are life, as I say.
Keeps our life. Alright, next subject here. We're going to talk about Spartan or Spartans of the Day. And I was talking to you guys earlier about it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Anyone to come to mind? Or any group of people?
The thing about that right now is it goes back to politics.
It's okay.
When
The Chinese,
The Hong Kong protesters.
Hong Kong protesters.
Do you not know?
No, but I was talking to the neighbor
Yeah.
about the next generation and all that stuff. Right?
Oh.
I was in the
Ooh.
hospital watching the news. They call them the good doers, the do-gooders, group of
Good
kids.
goody two-shoes?
Group of kids
Goody
trying
two-shoes.
to change the world. Bottled water for people in the areas that don't have water they can drink out of.
But those
Readily
are
accessible.
plastic.
They're
Yes.
plastic though.
Yes. Oh God.
Hey, we just
I
got
think she was giving out plastic straws too.
No, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, Hey.
Little basic essentials for homeless people, little packets, clothing for poor kids, stuff like that. What else did we do? It was just a group of kids,
no.
not together, separate, different states, all that.
Mhm.
Just, it's like wow, some parents are raising their children the
Yeah.
right way.
Yeah.
Which is
Where is this associated at?
it's just different
It's all over.
organizations. It's
So
all
it's
over, yeah. They
nice.
were getting together because it was a contest to see.
So,
I think some. This,
Can you find that exact name?
I'll have to Google it. They
Do it.
called them
Do it.
the.
Google that shit. Find out that name because that's really good. I mean, it's not like entirely different, but like kids participating in anything.
Them bringing
good
back the
moral
issue,
for humanity is a great thing.
plus them bringing the issue
Oh,
back
yeah.
up like full force.
So is your Spartans for the day right there. Yeah, helping out the homeless.
Then I'm just thinking about China.
It's China for you.
Yeah,
It's China for me too.
yeah. Just
Or
the Hong
not
Kong
China,
protests.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Well,
Was it 97 that
can't
British?
find
The British left Hong Kong.
I think so. 96, 97.
Yeah.
But they did that, and then now they're waving the British flag and the American flag. I
They're
saw
waving
the other
both.
day. Yeah, I saw it the other day.
And they're standing
And they're
their
singing.
ground
They're
against
singing the
government.
American
They're singing the
national
Yeah.
anthem,
national.
American national anthem, in the middle of Hong Kong.
They want their rights.
it.
They
Is
want
that why
their
you
freedom.
posted that on Facebook? I've not followed any of this.
So it's a communist government, and when Hong Kong got released out of Britain rule.
British control.
That, like, what's some movie that? Rush Hour.
Mm.
Rush Hour.
Mhm.
It was 97, 96 or 97. That's where I learned it from. Rush Hour 1.
Yeah.
But no, they were able to they were able to keep a lot of rights, a lot like free speech and stuff like that, and obviously not, like Second Amendment rights or anything like that. But I bet they wish they had it right now.
Which is
I'm
what a
sure
lot of
they've
they're
wanted
fighting
it for a long time, but I mean,
I've seen a
there's Hong
bunch of
Kong
signs.
surrounded by communist China, and they want to be able to speak freely. They want to be able to do what they want to do when they want to do it.
So they want to be
And
Americans.
the government wants to put them down. Like, no, Hong Kong is part of China. China is communist, and we're not gonna allow this. We're gonna put you down. If you don't start behaving, we're gonna put you down. And they've had truckloads of soldiers.
Yeah, but
and
say you
equipment.
saw that whole movement.
Yeah, they were snatching cameras, and a few got by onto the internet. Even then, they probably, I'm pretty sure a lot of them were blocked to
Mhm.
only be viewed in the country or whatnot.
Yeah.
But this is pretty big. I mean, this is probably the largest protest in.
Probably since the Civil War. Or not Civil War.
I would
Revolution.
say like Berlin Wall. Like,
Yeah, Berlin
compared to
Wall.
when-
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Like this is
Mr. Gorbachev
compared.
tear
I
down
would
that
say
wall.
have the comparison on the Berlin Wall.
Yep, I'd say so.
There's millions of them.
Yeah.
I don't have the exact number.
I saw one thread. What is it? Thread. The one source. It was just a bunch of shop owners, shopkeepers, and all that. The protests were going down their shop area and where they lived, and they just blocked off the whole street where the police couldn't get through. They were not letting the police through, and the police weren't trying to get through protesters. They were just trying to get through shop owners and shopkeepers, people that lived in that residential area, and the police got their asses handed to them. Like the protesters, they're not really fighting the police. They really aren't fighting with the police. They're moving on. They're not trying to start
Well, it's just
trouble
escalating,
and all that. But the shop owners and
if the
shopkeepers,
police use more excessive force, the protesters could use more excessive.
yeah,
The protesters use excessive force. The police are
Mhm.
gonna do it. It's just
they try to push through that shop.
it's gonna end violently, but it's gonna end.
Yeah. They try to push through that shopkeep area, the residential area, and the whole neighborhood. Like there's no protesters in. Well, there's probably protesters in there, but that whole residential area came out and just completely kicked the police out of that area. Completely kicked them out of that area. There's no violence or anything, but they just completely kicked them out of the area. They would not let them in. Nothing.
Nice.
And when the police, the little bit of violence there was when the police tried to push in the area, the 1,000+ shopkeepers and owners just come out and start whooping, start throwing them back.
Oh yeah.
But that's the only violence.
Underground.
That's the only violence that I've seen out of the whole thing. The protesters aren't being violent. It's just the airport, but the protesters aren't being violent. The ones that I've seen, they're throwing the tear gas and all that back, etc.
Yeah.
But they're not being violent. They're not throwing Molotov cocktails and all that.
No, that's something. You haven't seen these things on fire.
Yeah.
At least I haven't.
It's not like the New York riots.
Well,
A couple years ago.
To all the Hong Kong protesters out there, at least me and Bubba. I don't know about you. I mean, what's your input?
Good for them.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Think they should stand their ground or
Definitely.
give it up?
We should all what?
Should they stand their ground or give it up?
Stand their ground. That's how you should always be. Fight for what you believe in.
Don't stop believing.
Oh,
It's
God.
not even that. It's just natural human rights.
Well, yeah.
Definitely like Second Amendment rights. I mean, no matter what you do, guns are in the world. If there was no guns in the world, It'd be a different subject.
Sticks and rocks.
But as long as there is a single gun in the world, everyone should be able to own a gun unless
That reminds me, I
they've
gotta-
been proven that they're going to do bad. And that it's a natural right. Lions have their teeth and
Politics.
Yeah.
We're getting a little too far.
Yeah, it is.
into
It's
it.
too far.
Getting a little
That's
too
just
far
all
into
right.
it.
Where's my $2?
Where's your $2, Corey? Pay up.
Well, I mean, we gotta talk about it. It's airsoft related. We lose guns, we lose airsoft.
When are you gonna take your course?
Yeah.
I need to renew my
Corey.
permit. I need to do that before next month.
Well, I decided to dump a bunch of money into podcasting.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
But it's not that expensive.
No.
I'm thinking about getting like a good shotgun or something from defense.
Home defense and personal defense
like
is two whole
Yeah.
different topics.
But like Kurt Cobain's microphone or something.
Oh my god. You're so dark.
This is pretty dark.
What am I gonna do with you?
I don't know how you put up.
Fine.
White lighters, alright.
I'm surprised I'm not drinking heavily.
But yeah, two totally different subjects: home defense and.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But you have to remind me. I cannot miss the deadline.
Oh, you have to go take the course again.
Yes.
When is
Mine expires in September.
Go ahead and do it now.
Yeah, I need to. I'll probably do that
weekend?
Week.
next week.
Because the office closes at 3 for whatever reason.
Sadist.
No, like it's so hard because I've got to go get my address changed on mine.
Yeah, well, that's why I haven't been carrying because I haven't changed my address, and I hope they don't give me any grief about that because of all this gun craziness and all
No, I
these
don't.
people.
I got to go get my address changed on mine, and I've been trying to do that for like the past since we moved out.
I haven't done it in
And I
3
haven't
years.
had time because
So,
I'm so busy, and
This
they
is just
closed
for
the
concealed
office at
carry,
3.
right?
Yeah,
Which office? So, in what county do you live in?
I'm in New Hanover.
Okay. So, where do you have to go to get yours changed and all that?
You got to go to the sheriff's office firearm
and they
department.
And they close at 3?
Yeah, they closed that office at 3 for some reason. Don't know why.
Not in Joko.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your take on open carry? Like, I don't think it's a good, really good thing.
My personal take on open carry.
I believe
so-
it's your right, but I don't think it's a good thing. Yeah.
Open carry, it is a constitutional right to have a firearm. All that, yes. Me personally, if you open carry, I'm gonna watch you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch you. I don't know, unless I know you. Like for some reason, you go open carry.
If it's a club or like
well, I mean, to me, open carry is a very
if it's a
controversial
gun
topic.
club or
Yeah, if you're at
at a range,
gun club or a range, full right, go ahead and do it.
wilderness,
Yeah,
camping.
if you're out camping, hunting, whatever, go ahead, whatever. But if especially with all the Walmart shootings and all that going on right now, I don't want to see you walking around Walmart or Lowe's Foods or hell, the Family Dollar, locked and loaded, full open carry with your handgun. Because there's a couple of reasons for me. One, that's just showing off. For one.
Asking for trouble.
Asking for trouble too, and 3, I can look at you, me personally, I can look at you and see what holster you have, how to open it, how to index it, etc., etc. It don't take me 3 seconds to come up behind you, snatch it, everybody's dead.
Yep.
It's just, to me, it's showboating, and it's not really scaring anybody off.
Yeah, all those Facebook posts. Like, I saw a gun. I saw someone open carrying, and I could have just judo chopped them in the neck and unholstered it and
Yeah.
held them until the police arrived.
Well, I mean, there are
It's like,
there are people like that, but most of the time, the way I see it, the people that open carry, say going into Family Dollar, whatever, Walmart, whatever, they're uninformed and untrained. Very, very much so. I can be wrong, but that's just my personal opinion of it. To me, it gives me a little bit of, if I see it, I'm going to be a little bit of I'm watching you, and I know exactly how to take you down if I know if something goes down.
Oh wow, I forgot to turn off the music for this thing.
Oh,
Sorry, live stream.
they've been
Sorry
listening
about
to
that.
music the whole
Yeah,
time.
The whole time music has been on. Just the I'm a dude.
Oh,
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Yeah.
It puts people on high alert, and
it really does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
It does.
I was in Domino's, I think,
Yeah.
and a guy came in open carry. Just
Well,
there's no need for it. You're going into a pizza
There's
place to
no need.
order. I mean, it's not
You're just
even.
showing.
Yeah,
It's kind of a show off.
yeah.
yeah, and
For-
it makes people uncomfortable.
Well, for me, from where I live, here's the thing: is like you got the countryside of the county, and then you got the real city side of the county. Well, it's the real city side and the real countryside. There's no real in between in New Hanover. But you say I go into like the Domino's pizza joint, and some beat up old hunting truck comes up, and a guy that walks in open carry, and it's hunting season. I'm not going to really pay a whole lot of mind to it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
just every day walking out open carrying, that just piques my interest a little bit.
Yeah.
You're gonna pique my interest.
People who are actually just gonna use it to feel more safe and to be able to defend themselves if needed, know that they don't. Yeah, just conceal it. You know yourself, and that's all that matters. You
don't want that attention.
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want
Well, here I'll give you an example for that. Me, my buddy John, and Megan, and his girlfriend Jay. We went to TJ Maxx, I think it was. Yeah. And we were in TJ Maxx. Me and John, both licensed concealed carry holders, we're both carrying. And I think it wasn't like fall, but it was still kind of like when it was starting to get cool. So nobody knows what to do with the air conditioner inside of places.
Fake fall.
Fake fall. Yeah, where it's cold in the mornings, hot in the middle of the day.
And then there's third summer.
Third summer. But me and John, we were just standing there talking. The girls were doing their shopping. And there was a guy in front of us. He's probably late 40s, early 50s. He goes to take off his jacket. And I noticed, and John noticed, he had a concealed carry.
Yeah. So
we're like, okay, cool. That doesn't really mind us at all. Like, all right, cool. We got another guy that knows what's up. So, I mean, it's just kind of to me, open carry is more of a showboat.
Definitely.
Yeah. Trying to incite fear in people not to do something is the best way to put it.
Yep.
But it could incite people to, especially nowadays, like, oh my god, you've got a gun, you're open carrying, just and all that. I'd rather skip that old grief section there.
Yeah, people that open carry, I mean, it's just like, what are your intentions exactly?
Yeah, you never know their intentions.
Nope.
I mean, me and John, we were just in there shopping with the girls, hanging, doing whatever, but you never know. Just like the past couple of weeks with the Walmart stuff.
Yeah.
One good guy with a gun. Well, that one firefighter that stopped that guy.
Yeah, definitely a good save.
Good save right there. One good Samaritan with a gun.
Yep.
Stopped a whole lot. Boom.
And that's exactly because of crazies. We need to be able to protect ourselves.
Amen to that. It was really crazy.
And there's one thing, even if you don't carry a gun, there's one thing that I say all the time if you're going to carry a gun. If you're going to mess with guns, get training.
Definitely.
What was it? You don't need a $2,000.
You don't need a $2,000 AR.
You need a $700,
$500 AR and $3,000 or $2,000 for the training.
And ammo.
And ammo.
Oh, definitely ammo.
But
Ammo's not cheap.
Ammo's not cheap, no. But the thing is if you're gonna carry a gun, know how to use it. Get training.
I definitely want to go to the range side because I haven't gone shooting in a long time. I want to get comfortable before I start carrying again.
Well, here's the thing.
Neighbors actually invited us to go shooting this.
They have a shooting
April.
range over there. I mean, I hear it all the time. I think even some of the
there's a
police officer that lives right across the field from them, and I think every once in a while they come in here and they shoot.
That's crazy.
Well, here, let me tell you this. This goes back to airsoft real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
So, Lucas from T-Rex Arms. I follow him and Grand Thumb. Everybody knows Grand Thumb, but not a lot of people know T-Rex Arm and Lucas and all those people. They're a bunch of good people. So yeah, right. T-Rex arms. But they're good people, and
sorry. It reminds me of a meme.
I can't put my
T-Rex. I know. Let me. I gotta say it now.
I can't put my head down and because I got the mic right here. I'm just gonna headbutt the mic.
Move the mic just gently. See how I move the mic? It's fine. There's a meme. All the other dinosaurs were making fun of T-Rex. Look how his arms are short, and the T-Rex zipped down his pants, and it's got like a 20-foot long dick. And they're just all like, "Oh, okay."
I've got another. I've got another meme. So it was the guy was like, "So, hey, we have the right to bear arms." And the other guy turned around. You have bear arms?
Was it one was like armed bears?
Armed bears, something like that. Yeah. But anyway.
So T-Rex arms.
Lucas from T-Rex Arms. There's a guy from Japan.
I love that guy just for making that.
There was an airsofter from Japan. He was a young guy, young kid. I think he was 16, 17 years old. All he does is train with airsoft. Or play airsoft, train with airsoft. GBBs, GBBRs and GBBs. And I saw a couple clips from him. The kid's good. The kid's really good with airsoft. And the point to this making airsoft about the airsofter, Lucas from T-Rex Arms and a whole bunch of his buddies flew him over from Japan. This kid has never been to America, never fired a real firearm in his life. In his whole life, he's never touched or fired a real firearm.
Yeah.
It probably took that kid a mag and a half to get it down, get used to the recoil. And the kid was running as fast as this guy who's a tier 1 instructor to CIA, DevGru, Australian SF.
No shit.
And he was running just as fast, split times, etc.
Nice.
As this tier 1 operator or tier 1 trainer.
You definitely implicate airsoft in training or tactical training
every
day. And
yes, because
really, definitely when you have the same type of rifle.
Airsoft and real firearms, they share a lot of similarities. Yes, that's why we have all this hoogabaloo.
Definitely
GBBs. That's why we have all the hoogabaloo with airsoft. Everybody thinks it's real guns and all that, etc., etc. But, excuse me, I had a burp.
Make airsoft great again.
Make airsoft great again. But there's
I had to. I couldn't help myself when you make hats.
Right.
I think it's already done.
Oh, is
probably.
it? Oh,
I'm sure.
But this kid.
She's totally searching himself.
Oh, what was I about to say? Oh, I forgot what I was about to say.
This kid.
The kid was never fired a firearm. He's running just as fast as a real SEAL instructor, tier 1 operator instructor, and he's just only played airsoft or shot airsoft guns. That's all he's done. And there's a thing in real firearms training is there's a thing in real firearms training as dry fire training. Dry fire training is a very, very, very helpful tool when you're taking shield carrying, or if you're just trying to get your split times, your snap times quicker.
It exists.
It does exist.
Make airsoft great again shirts.
Oh man.
What about hats? Are there
Order
hats?
on Amazon.
Let's not make them red though.
Make them M81. But
make them look chrome.
The dry fire is the biggest thing. Dry fire. Practice. Dry fire practice. It's not gonna hurt your gun. It's not. Unless you do something wrong. It's not gonna hurt your gun. And all this kid has done for the past 6 years since he's been playing airsoft, I think is how long it was. All he's really done with airsoft is dry fire. So there's not real recoil. It's like a recoil of less than a 22. I think for GBBs, gas blowback pistols, is about like a.
Yeah, even the recoil.
It's not even a real.
Like the Tokyo-Marie recoil.
The hard recoil, yeah. They're like it's not a real recoil to a 22. But if you get to like a GBBRs, those do have about a recoil of a 22. So that's the thing. You just got this kid's dry fired practice for the past 6 years basically. So it's just killing the game. That's all he's doing. keep staring at each other lovingly like that.
No, apparently I've got a.
Sex me up.
Is it my resting bitch face? I'm sorry, I can't help it.
No, your hat is blocking a lot of your face. No one can see your pretty face.
The money maker.
The money maker.
Yep.
But the kid's been dry firing for the past 6 years, and he steps up, and within a mag and a half of 5.56 or 9mm, he's just
got used to it like right away.
Got right used to it and is going as fast as a tier 1 instructor.
Good God. All right, we're gonna move on to channel.
No, you're not.
News.
Dry firing.
Shooting blanks. Shooting blanks.
Oh. What?
Quit shooting blanks over there.
Didn't have the right kind of stuff in the spank bank, huh?
Ooh.
Just comes out as a powder. It just comes out in a powder.
People on podcasts like, ooh, no, don't make that sound.
It just comes out, pops, and then it's like a powder, like a smoke cloud. Oof. That's a mega oof right there, y'all.
Oh my God.
Well.
Moving on to channel news. First of all, playing the guitar here. Sorry. Let's put that up. That was an accident. All right, so anyone chat on the live stream chat? If
Nothing.
There is anyone? No.
That was me. The last thing was me.
Okay. Regarding our channel, what do you think is the best thing that we're doing? First of all, we got the live streams for gaming. We got the shenanigans, and we have the podcast streaming. We also have the workshop streaming. We have gameplay, and of course event play, but those kind of fluctuating, those pretty much are one thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing about the event play is that's cinematics.
Yeah, we
do the cinematics experience. What I think what I've asked a couple of people is like airsofters we've played with in the past, like, would you rather watch an hour long or like a 15-minute long quick video of just straight up gameplay, or not straight up gameplay, but like cut gameplay, kind of like how Desert Fox and Rich and all them do.
Yeah.
Like short videos. Like I'd rather watch that shorter video so I can watch more of it, which is kind of hard for us to do because we mostly do events now instead of just regular gameplay days. So
yeah, you're talking about like just a like 5-10 minute,
like you did for the Saw this last video.
Yeah,
it's a short gameplay video.
More than that, but that was a bad one.
So is your workshop called Santa's Workshop?
It's called the Shag Shack. What are you talking about?
Do you want your coat to be red?
Wait, what?
What?
What? Wait, what?
Yep. Personally, hopefully these podcasts pick up pretty good. We've been the live streams, like the workshop live stream, good. I think we running skits will do a good thing. We got a few skits lined up that we want to do. Probably do next shenanigans, seeing if we can get more people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too entirely sure if I want to destroy the stoner or not, but it's a good possibility we might destroy the stoner.
It still works right now, so let's break it first and then we'll destroy it.
I agree.
Yeah, I guess so, but no one's gonna use it.
I use it. I'm the one that always ends up using it.
Yeah, but you when are you gonna use it then?
Alright, whatever. Where's our Southfield North? Or not Southfield North. Black Ops South.
Black Ops South. You want to use it?
I'll try it at Black Ops South. Right. We'll see how it goes. That's if I don't buy that LVOA. Because I want to buy that LVOA.
All right.
Oh, and if anybody on live stream has messed with LVOAs, Crytek LVOAs, tell me how they are. How they really are. Because my plan for this one is run it till it breaks, then pull or start and make it a DMR. Straight up semi-locked DMR. So tell me, how is it?
Yeah, tell them that.
Please. Because I don't want to waste $400 and some odd dollars. doll hairs.
Now, got anything to add?
No.
We're only 15 minutes into this.
Huh?
We're only like 15 minutes into this, aren't we?
No.
It's like 6:15.
No, we got about 48 minutes here.
Mm.
Yeah, it doesn't. Shit.
Oh wow.
Looking at channel news.
Well, we started at 4.
We ended the first one at like 5.
5. We ended up
like 5:30. Yeah.
Spend a little bit more time doing airsoft. Obviously.
Yeah.
Primarily an airsoft team. Oh my god.
Oh! Surprise!
Yeah.
Surprise!
Funny how that happens.
I think everyone's
fulfilled. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're tired of hearing us talk about it.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up and just end the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
I think it's a good one. That was a good first one.
I think
next
so.
time we'll have a lot more.
We were gonna come back to something though.
What were we?
You cut us off. Talking about cars. Oh, you changed the oil on a 2019.
Oh yeah, Ford. Yeah. So
here we go.
Here goes a section of my life. And I've got another one right after that about a Ford too. So I changed the oil in a 2019 Ford F-150.
Oh my god, a Ford F-150.
It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, it is.
So for some reason, Ford decided they're going to do this like twist off drain plug. You can do it with your hand. You can't really do it with your hand. You got to have a small screwdriver to pop the clips out.
What the fuck?
But there's right behind the drain plug. You want to know what's right behind the drain plug? The fucking sway bar. It's literally probably 2 inches behind this drain plug. So as soon as you pop that drain plug and go to pull it out real quick, you can't pull it out real quick because it's just about as long as that sway bar. So you're going to ram your hand in the sway bar and try to pull that out. You pop it out, pull it out. The oil just smashes right into the sway bar. It just runs right into that sway bar and splues oil everywhere.
How's the idiot behind that idea?
I want to know the Ford engineer that did that, and I want to smack the shit out of him.
Jesus.
Probably the same one who came up with that spark plug idea.
Yeah, right. It was the first thing in the morning for one. I had to go home and change because I had to go home, take a shower, change, all that because I was completely soaked with oil.
That's my good old days working at Pro Lube.
Like that was like horrible, and the car had just come in too, so it was extremely hot oil.
Oh god.
So I'm just like completely soaked, like stripping my shirt off, trying not to get burned. Oil.
It's insane.
It's a completely stupid design. I don't even know.
Did you tell the guy, please don't bring your fucking truck back here again?
Yeah. Well, it's not that. It's just one of the guys that works in the little industrial area that we have. Mm-hmm. So he's like right there. So I'm like, next time, bring it in first thing in the morning, and you get it back in the afternoon after it's cooled off.
Sure.
And after I've shot like 10 9mm rounds in your engine. But anyway.
Don't piss this bitch off.
Yeah. That was a couple days later. Had a 2019 Ford F-250, the 6.7 diesel, come in. You want to get oil change and a fuel filter change. So I'm like, all right, cool. This is one of our contractors' trucks, so they've got like 5 or 6 of them. Change the oil in them all the time. That's no issue. Just like a regular oil change. But this fuel filter change is something completely different.
There's some hard ones out there.
This one's got a box on the side of the tank for the 2019s. For the 2017s, it's in front of the tank, and on 2019s, it's on the side of the tank. It's got that same drain plug that the oil filter does, but it's straight down so it won't spray everywhere. You got to pop that drain plug and let all that diesel fuel drain out.
Yeah.
Undo like 7 bolts and pull down the filter that's in it. And it's like a 12 by 12 or 12 by 10 filter.
What was this on again?
2019 F-250.
Oh, okay.
It's like a 12 by 10 filter.
Sounds like something you'd have to do on like a
big
Caterpillar. Or
yeah, like a Caterpillar. It's just a big filter. You pull that out, change that one out. I mean, it's not a pain, but it's just messy and huge and big and awkward. Then you got then there's another one that
don't even say it.
Yeah.
Messy and huge, big and awkward.
Yeah.
Sounds
It's
like
my
Friday
sex
night,
life.
I have no sex life. Shut up.
Can I say that? Oh God,
Aw.
you hear how I sound like that?
What?
I don't want to hear you sound like
Let's just
that.
continue talking like that.
Okay, let's
Please
do it,
no.
Becky.
Please no.
Becky, let's do it.
Shut up, Lulu.
No, that's Dylan. That's Dylan. I am Topaz. My name is Topaz, bitch. Thank you.
Who was what was Bailey?
Who was Bailey?
Chanel.
I don't remember who Bailey was. But anyway, it's got two fuel filters. It's got a bulb and then that big awkward filter. You got another bulb up front. It's just losing their shit. It's just nasty. It's not nasty, but it's just it's too much for a fuel filter change. Like GMs, you literally have a canister filter you just screw on just like an oil filter and plug in the oil water separator sensor, and that's it. This you got to take this, you got to lift the vehicle, do this, do that, and like what the fuck are you doing, Ford? What are you doing?
This has turned into like, you know what really grinds my gears?
It really is. It really is turning into what really grinds my gears because Ford really grinds my gears. And you know why? The problem is already circled or ovaled. Ford.
I like that.
Hey, and those new F-250s, they put it in parentheses too with those new headlights.
Jesus Christ.
Because those new headlights look like parentheses. Then you got it already circled. They had to circle and parenthesize it to tell you the problem.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
I'm not a lover of Fords. I'm sorry.
Obviously.
Like the interior of the Fords are nice. They drive nice and all that, but just the motors, turds.
Turd Ferguson.
Turd Ferguson. I knew I should have brought the cowboy hat.
Say it. Say it.
What?
Turd Ferguson.
I said Turd Ferguson.
That's not my name.
Say my name.
Suck it, Trebek.
Suck it, Trebek.
Jerk off.
Well, what was the other thing that you're going to talk about there?
I already talked about
Those were the two things.
the two
Those
things.
were the two things?
F-150, F-250.
Yep. 2019.
Shit.
The shit.
Turds.
Oh, I got one more thing. Just to share my knowledge of mechanical knowledge for people out there. If you got like a 07 to 2014, 2015 Chevy or GMC Sierra, it's got that active fuel management in it, go get it programmed out. Because it ruins the lifters, it compresses the lifters, and you'll hear that tinging sound, the tacking sound. Sounds like a lifter going out because your lifter's going out. Or a push rod sounds like a push rod's going out.
Does that happen to yours?
Yeah, that's what happened to mine twice now.
Damn.
I got it programmed out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing. I did the job one time while the company that I bought it from had it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I drove it, and I gave it to my dad.
Mm-hmm.
My dad blew it out again. So
what's the purpose of active fuel?
Okay, so you're going down the highway.
Like flex fuel?
Kind of. You go down the highway, it'll drop down to 4-cylinder mode and just save gas,
so it's
basically.
Like
Eco boost or eco motor.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to get it out of my Honda, because like it feels like when it goes into eco, like I just don't like it. I feel like I'm struggling with the car, like I'm fighting with it.
Yeah, it's not putting enough power into it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure there probably is a way, but all the other companies have done it better than GM did when they did it. And the only ones that I've had problems with are the GMs, and it can be any motor from the 4.3 all the way up to the new 6.2s. I've had to do the or not 6.2, the 6.0s. I've had to do that. Put new lifters in. Just get it programmed out.
I was gonna say,
cost you $270 from what I know to get it programmed out. Spend $270 instead of spending $1,800 on getting new lifters. New lifters, getting your head machined, all that.
Does a engine being a non-interference engine play a part, or an interference engine being?
It could be, but it's just really programming that's the biggest part of it all. Programming and pressures, because the pressures it builds is just it blows it up. or pushes that lifter down and through it, and then it can wear on that cam, which is the problem that I've had now. Is because my dad, when he blew it up, he drove it back home. Like, it was only like 5 miles from GE back to the house, but he drove it back home, so more than likely he's worn on that cam. So I'm probably gonna have to take it out and put a new cam in it, or I'm just gonna say F it and put a new motor in it, because that motor does have 221,000 miles on it.
Still though.
Still, I mean, that Dodge I had what, 280 on it by the time I got rid of it. Of course, it was a diesel motor, but still. But yeah, if you have like a 2007, the new body style with active fuel management, 2007 to 2015, get it programmed out. Actually, it's 2016 now because I did a 2016 4.8. Let's see, 3 months ago.
Nice.
So just get it programmed out. Of course, that guy messed up. He's hauling. No, it wasn't a 4.8. It was a 4.3. He's hauling a 23-foot contender boat, or not contender, but bay boat, big heavy boat with a 6-cylinder truck.
God.
Yeah, so he blew it out himself.
Stupid boy.
That was his own fault. So.
All right. Anyone got anything else to say? But
Chevy Master Race. even though I just gave you all these problems, but I can fix those.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna conclude this show. Thank you all for watching. And second Saturday of every month is when we are recording the podcast, but shooting it live.
Not
on
second
here.
Saturday, third Saturday.
I'm sorry, third Saturday of
second Saturday is
every
play.
month.
Second Saturday is play.
Except I believe December because Christmas.
I think so.
Yeah. So we're probably. I think the only thing we actually have scheduled in December is a podcast on the first Saturday of December.
December.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeet. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. Everyone on the podcast, thank you all for listening
To me ramble on about things.
Yeah, until next time, thank you for your support. We'll catch you later.
Later, y'all.
Adios.
Yeet.